This is really the Fighter and the Kid.
Come on, baby.
Well, that was kind of quiet.
Man, that was. I thought you were
sitting
going to let
there
you take
talking,
it.
and then like
The great Josh Thompson drove all the way from Dallas here.
Yeah.
You're on a bit of a PR tour, my man. I feel like you're all over.
Yes, we are.
You're at Rogan. Where else you been?
I did casual MMA, which is a great show. You've got to hit those guys up, man.
Do I know
She
them?
knows them.
Yeah, David's been on our show before. David So, the comedian, Korean dude, tall dude.
Comedian, super funny guy, man.
And
Hilarious.
knows MMA?
Yes, he knows. Yeah, he knows MMA, but
a big
they're
fan.
casuals. That's the point.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, they're casual
That's
MMA
cool.
fans.
That's cool. And where are they out of?
They're in Burbank, right there in
dope.
Studio City, kind of
Dope.
like that area there.
So you flew out there. You started with casuals.
I flew out there, did casuals. I did this girl down in LA, Tracy Does. It's like a Hydrate podcast. I met her.
Hydrate?
Yeah, so she talks about hydration for athletes and people.
It's a whole long podcast about
It's
Hydrate?
a whole long podcast, bro. She does a great job.
that's a
Great production
art- that's
value
an art
there.
form.
I mean, you got to really know your hydration.
She introduced me to this bottle of water that comes from Russia. It's fucking $90 for a liter of water.
That's called a
$90.
scam, Josh.
Scam.
I'm
Not
already
me.
bored.
I didn't pay for
Yeah,
it.
Good for
$90
her.
bucks from Russia.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
So you did,
Yeah,
you did the
one thing about those
hydration.
Russians, they're super
Yeah.
hydrated.
Yeah.
So you did casual hydration pod.
And then I did Dom Cruise.
Oh, Dom Cruise is great.
Yeah,
Did you
he's
go down?
great.
Where, does he do it down in San Diego?
They're the same. No, they're at the same as casual MMAs. They're in the same studio.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's a flip and turns like studio that you come in.
Oh, you just rent the
you rent
space?
the space and you come in, they do one show a week or 2 shows a week, and they're killing it, man. They're killing it. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's what our boy
Dom is
Mark
smart.
does, right, Chin?
Yeah,
At
Mark
Beer
Golombeski
Productions?
does. Bear
Yeah.
Punch.
Yeah, I mean,
So you did Dom? Oh, that makes sense.
so I did 3 shows in like 24 hours. Then I came back.
Oh,
and
what
then
are
I
you
did,
promoting right now?
Well, so Big John kind of left the podcast.
Okay.
So
'Cause
it's
he's
just,
back. The reason he left, though, is because he's back refereeing.
He's back
back
refereeing.
refereeing.
Yeah, thank God.
Yep.
Wow.
So he's going back to refereeing. He's only going to probably ref, I'd say, for probably 3, maybe 4 years because
Okay.
he's getting close to retirement.
Yeah.
You know, he's
What
just
made him
waiting-
come
He was a
back?
cop, right?
Yeah, he was a cop in LA. Yeah, I think he did 25 years as a cop in LA.
What
you
made
know?
him come back?
You know, you guys are in the podcast industry. Sponsors are kind of hard to come by these days, and we lost 2 of our biggest sponsors back to back when we lost our betting sponsor because YouTube put that little restriction on the betting thing, and that crushed us a little bit. So
So
that
for
was-
him, he was just like,
so he was like, he's like, look, it's
it's a lot of time.
It's a lot of time. You know, we were doing 4 shows a week, 3 shows a week,
That's a lot.
and plus the biggest thing for him is that he owns a farm. So he owns a 70-acre farm.
He does?
working
He's in
on the-
Nashville, yeah,
work-
right?
Yeah, he's right outside of Nashville,
Yeah.
working on a farm.
He works
Like,
a farm.
Yeah, he works a farm. So
You know, I'm a little bit of an aspiring farmer.
Yeah, you want?
are you really? Since you got
called-
to Texas,
Hold on, let's stay on track with Big
I
John.
called Catherwood about that.
About the farm. So Big John's doing the farm. So for him, it was just a time thing.
yeah, because all day he's feeding cattle. He's freaking chickens. They're
Oh, I
growing
know.
chickens. They're
I know
making
what it's
chicken.
about.
Like he's got a full chicken setup.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got it all, man. So I would say he's probably got 200-300 chickens a day that he's got to take care of.
So for him, it was just
They're chicks, like baby chicks that
Yeah.
he's from the beginning.
So for him, it just didn't make too much sense.
Yeah, so
financially.
when he can go and do, 1 or 2 shows on the weekend, do that every weekend, travel, just go in, go out.
So who do you do the show now with? Like, what was the plan?
Myself.
You just-
No. So what I did is, it's hard to replace John, and he's not replaceable.
gonna be tough,
Let's just
yeah.
be honest. He's not replaceable, but we still do a show called McCarthy Mondays when there's a rules violation or something goes wrong. So like tonight on Monday, but there was nothing that really happened on last weekend's fights.
No.
So we probably won't do it tonight. Plus I'm gonna be driving back late. But with John, like we come in, so like the Joe Schilling situation, the Rico Verhoeven situation, I had him on, we talked about it.
That's
do a
cool.
quick little segment,
So he's
McCarthy
still
Mondays.
involved.
He's
Yeah.
still involved that way. And then I do it with John Morgan, the former MMA Junkie
Love John,
journalist.
yeah,
So
John's
we do
great.
Tuesday nights, and then I do it with Alan Jobon. Him and I do a show
Alan's
together
great.
as
He's
well.
cool.
He's fantastic. And I do it with another buddy of mine named Angelo Bodetti, who does like gambling. He's pretty popular on YouTube. So I just
like
have
picks.
a plethora of different stuff that we're
I get
talking
it.
about. So
I get it.
and we all have our different views. So like Angelo he's very like he's been in it. He's used to manage fighters. He managed Nick Newell and these guys. But He's got one of the best betting platforms on YouTube, right? Where
He's viewing it different.
yeah, he's viewing it
All
way
analytics,
different. Yeah. But he's also a little rough to the fighters. And I'm like, hey, bro, like we got to be careful. 'Cause
disrespectful.
I'm
man.
friends with these guys.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and you might see him.
Yeah, to him it's a business.
And so it's funny is because I just took him to the Roth Wrestling. We got media credentials in Dallas. Took him to the Roth Wrestling. I'm like, oh yeah, go ahead and talk shit to Armand now. He's standing right here, buddy.
Yeah, say something.
And go ahead, say something.
Yeah.
He's like, oh well, and I was like, I didn't
Bubba.
think so.
That's always been
So-
my thing about like just being on a podcast with a platform. Like I just feel if I'm a little like if I'm too honest or it borders on disrespectful, and I'm gonna have to see them, and then I'm gonna, it just feels like I'm. Yeah, I get it. I could get one of them getting pissed off at.
Yeah.
You just got to be careful. It's
You've
a dance.
never been disrespectful.
No,
You've always been good about that.
on purpose.
It's always like if it's like fighter to fighter, that's fine. We're from the same fraternity. We paid the same price. That's fine.
'Cause when you're
but
on-
when it's like a straight journalist who's never fought, I'm like, Bubba.
I disagree with you. I get more flack from the fighters when I have something to say about.
Oh
the
no,
fighting
no,
style.
don't get it twisted.
Okay.
100%. Well, because we're fighters. So if you say something about me, or I said, but you're gonna fire back because it's in our nature. What I'm saying is, when it's fighter fighter, that's fine. We're in the same
Yeah.
fucking lane.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You paid your dues, I paid my dues. That's fine. You can critique me, I critique you. We can go at it. There's all good. It's when it's a journalist who's never fought before, and I see them like, calling a guy a piece of shit or a coward or making fun of his
Oh, he
cardio.
quit.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, it looked
fuck.
like he just quit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm like,
You
what
can,
the fuck?
you can be a journalist and you can say something like, "It looks like he's not the same fighter," or you can like,
That's
you
fine.
can be, you can make
he's older,
observations,
yeah.
right? But it's when people say things like you just said, like when it's disrespectful to me, I cringe because it's like, bro, it's so hard to be that person.
Yeah.
But
Like
that's
it's
also
so
the culture
hard
today. Like you look at Stephen A. Smith, who kind of blew it up to this point. Like when he ridicules like LeBron
Cowboy,
James.
when he did Cowboy Cerrone that night, it looked like he didn't want to be in there. I was on Rogan
buddy.
Rogan 3 days later.
Oh, when he was doing UFC, that was just
He doesn't know the
shit show.
sport.
I know, but
He knows
I'm
basketball.
saying just as athletes in general, like when he criticizes Dak Prescott or something like that, that's kind of like then casuals see it, and then you have online where everybody has a voice, so that's where it comes from.
Right, but I think
It's this
Stephen A.
whole
Smith
shitstorm.
at least was a sports writer, and it's been his job, in his
Doesn't
life,
matter.
his whole
It
life.
doesn't matter.
But
Doesn't
he's
matter.
good. He's good. Like he.
No, it doesn't. You're missing the point. He never played the sport.
Doesn't matter.
It does though.
No, but you're allowed. No, because
You
sports writers can be very good observers.
You can
Right,
critique.
right.
You can't.
Oh, you're saying like you can't like.
No, when he's like, oh, that guy sucks,
No,
or this,
yeah.
oh, he's not this, or man, he's not clutch. That's so weird to me.
Brian, do you have the take that you should be able to speak on anything, even if you didn't
I
do it?
don't because I don't mainly because I think. So if you're a journalist, if you're a sports journalist, like you may have really good observations. Some people are just really good. They're coaches that didn't necessarily play on a high level. They're great
Yeah,
coaches,
100%.
they're great teachers. So what you can do there is you can say something like this, like you go, he seems to choke every time the playoffs show up. So when Alex Rodriguez was in, like, whenever it would be later,
Yankees.
a lot of like journalists would be pretty harsh on his performance. It seemed like he just wouldn't deliver, like, and that was just all they were doing was recognizing a pattern. My thing is when you don't take into account already how hard it was to get there and maintain. Like when you're a professional athlete and you make it to the big show like UFC, or if you make it to the majors. So I just went to Wrigley Field this weekend. It was so
Amazing,
awesome.
isn't it?
You see
The
that
best.
game?
Amazing.
That game when what's his name hit the home run.
Pete Armstrong?
Yeah. He hit the home run right there. I was with Kevin Bay. And Kevin was like, I think he's going to hit a home run because I wanted to leave.
He's
He
a
goes-
savage.
He goes, hold on, you fucking
He's a
cat.
Cali kid. He's
Dude.
a Harvard Westlake kid.
Cali.
Oh, he
Both
was?
His parents were actors.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This kid's a stud.
Super stud.
I mean, 2 home runs in the game. But like already when you're there and to hear people screaming about, we need another pitcher, you get out there and all that. Like if you're a journalist saying that, if you're a journalist and you're not, at least you don't take into account first that there has to be a modicum of respect for the person.
I think most do it right.
I do
most
too.
are pretty
I do
good.
too.
Especially in the MMA space. Most are, listen, the people that are good at it, most are pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Most are pretty good.
No, I would agree with you on that. Yeah, but they also have ways of, it's almost like
Yeah.
a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can also, but there are journalists,
Yeah.
but there are journalists, like I'll say it, a lot of times I'll look at somebody and I'll go, they're never going to be a champion. It's just not going to happen. And that's just an observation. I don't have to have fight on a high level or anything, but I can see that.
Well, it depends. If it's like a young prospect and you say that, it's like, okay.
He's got time.
No, I'm
Okay.
talking about.
But it's like an older dude, like
what I'm
3
talking-
fight losing
or just you
streak.
see somebody and you see like I think I said that about Patty Pimblett, who I love and I have a lot of respect for. But I
The
can
verdict's
look,
still out on him.
I can
It's like-
look at Patty and say, in my opinion, I just think the competition is too stiff. Like there's just a difference in technique. It just looks like.
Well, I
some
said this,
people-
like we all love Belal Muhammad.
Love
him. I
Love
just
him.
said, yeah, the ride's over. Like
Yeah.
he reached the top of the pinnacle, did his thing that 0.01% of UFC fighters get to. Like he
Right.
did it, reached the top of the mountain. Now it's a down. It's
Yeah,
all
it
down.
doesn't get easier for him.
No, like it's just. But
Let me ask you guys a question
That's
on
not
that.
disrespectful. That's just the game.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the game. Like, and I hope he doesn't see him like, oh, what the fuck, Schaub? No. You're still a badass.
Yeah.
Love
I'm
him.
just saying, as far as being champion, those days are over.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, so let me ask you a question with somebody who like Belal or somebody at that. I'm not sure how old he is.
He's 38. He's 37. He'll be 38 next
So
month.
that now we're getting to an age, right?
Yeah.
But
Especially at
sometimes
170.
what I'm noticing, and you guys can speak on this more, what I'm noticing is that, man, a lot of these guys are just standing at mid-distance and trying to box. They're boxing it out. I see a little kicking, but not a lot.
For Belal, that's an issue. Grappling got you to the dance, and all of a sudden you're a striker.
So my question then is, I would have to say to their coaching staff, hey, like I just feel like you have him for 5 fucking rounds standing at that mid-jiff with this kid who's just more athletic. He's just moving.
Better
He's
striker.
really hard.
Better striker.
He's just
Well, that's my issue with Bo Nickal.
right.
I want to shake his coaches. Be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what
dude?
are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Send him to AK.
Yeah.
Let him learn the fucking Khabib game plan and impose your will, dude.
Or just a front kick.
Because
or
your
a
stand up
teep and
become a
then-
lot better once people fear your takedowns a little bit more.
Right.
Which he hasn't got there's no fear of him taking him down now.
No.
Because we know with years of experience, Mike Van Arsdale was one of the best wrestlers ever.
Yeah.
The best.
Like ever. Okay, beat Dave Schultz.
Yeah.
He's beat Cale
Explosive
Sanderson. He's
monster.
beaten
He's
some
my
guys.
coach for a long
Yeah,
time.
so
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's amazing, right? One of the best wrestlers. At 40 years old, he's in the UFC. 40, 41 years old, he's in
I know.
shredded,
I remember.
ripped, okay? This guy, though, he could take you down at will. He couldn't hold you down. Bo Nickal's in that same area right now. I don't know if he has the control, and it's not a dig on him. That's him at 41 years old.
ridiculous.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great coach.
But at 40 and 41 years old, he couldn't hold you down. He could take you down at will.
There you go.
They
just don't have that control.
They don't have the jiu-jitsu control that fighters use to get themselves
Yeah.
back up. Now, if I said, hey, go out there and just pin him to his back.
No.
Probably could
But
do
that's
it.
a coaching
But they're
issue
gonna
to
get
me.
up.
To me,
But you're
that's,
gonna try to get
to
up
me, that's a
underhooks and all
coaching
that
issue.
stuff.
To me, that's like your coaches should say there are certain holes in your game, and everybody has holes in their game.
Yeah,
Everybody,
absolutely.
unless you're. It's like you need to work on holding that. So when you go to practice, there's got to be you're working on
There has to be
things
a
you're not
plan.
good at. There's got to be a plan.
Well, with
And
Bo
I don't see
Nickal, my
a
thing
game
is
plan.
he's such an elite wrestler. I just want to grab him like, Bo, nobody wants to see you jog around this fucking octagon for 15 minutes and show us amateur striking.
Yeah.
Because there's not enough hours in a day for him to be a world-class striker. There's just not. What are you world-class at? Fucking wrestling, dude.
Yeah.
Impose your will, break the guy down, and shot after, we can do this, dude.
Yeah.
That's how he's going to get to the dance. But what he's doing now is not going to do it.
But I got to be honest, RDR, though, like kind of exposed some of his conditioning and cardio as well. Like in wrestlers, they have a tendency when they get into the UFC or when they get into bigger fights and the fight goes longer than 6 to 10 minutes, they're gassed.
Yep.
Because they're used to fighting with that, they're used to wrestling at that level of intensity, knowing that it's like 6 minutes hard.
There's also
grind.
nothing more tiring than shooting.
Then you
That's
shoot
by
over
far
and
the
over
most
and over
tiring.
again. Lift, scoop,
But there is
But
that
that's why
school
Yoel
of-
Romero never shot.
Never
That's why
shot.
Justin Gaethje never shot.
But it also doesn't it also depend on how much muscle you have to feed? Like Yoel's just one of the
But he's
things
always been that way.
Right. One of the things boxers do, and the Diaz brothers would this, they'll run for an hour and a half. They'll literally keep their heart rate at a certain rate.
Yeah, yeah.
So that you're so aerobically conditioned. Now, it is a balance, right? It's a balance because
Yes
you can
and
lose
no, 'cause
strength.
it's not a marathon.
It's not, yeah.
Cool, you're running at an 8-mile pace.
Well, I
for an
guess
hour.
bike people on Tour de France. There's this thing where they keep their heart rate at a certain like for a long time.
yeah.
Right?
But think about that. You're looking at hours. They got to go for hours.
Yeah,
Our
so
fight's
when
15
I do
minutes.
my conditioning, my cardio for fights, right? I would do 40 minutes, keeping it at 160 and above. So
Yeah.
you run for 40 minutes, keeping your heart rate at 160 and above.
There you go. That's,
right?
Yeah.
And then when you get done, you want to try to get your heart rate down as you walk around, deep breaths, relax, get it down below 110 within like a 2-minute period.
And so that you're when you're in training and you're practicing, you're not winded after 5 rounds.
Yeah.
You can be winded no matter what,
Yeah.
but it's just about recovery.
It's the recovery in that 1 minute.
Yeah.
1 minute.
And then also being able to maintain and perform.
Just train for it.
fatigue.
But the part of the problem is that what got Belal to the dance was that mid-distance boxing. Like he had a lot of
No, it's
success.
wrestling.
It was also his wrestling, right?
I disagree though.
I just
Really?
I disagree. Yeah. I believe what got him to the dance was the pressure, okay, and making it a dirty, grimy fight.
Yeah.
For him to have success, he needed to fight you in a pocket.
But then his corner has to say, it's like,
But B, you know what? Here's the thing, and I try not to be too critical of the corners either. They might have been like, yeah, in camp, dude, that's all we did.
Yeah.
And then he went in the fight and felt like he was, you know, fights viewing it different than we are on the outside.
Yeah.
So he might have been like, man, I felt like I was piecing him up. Like,
Bonfim was he's also a pretty sneaky jiu-jitsu guy. Maybe there was.
Well, let me throw this out to you because I posed this question to Alan Jobon yesterday on my show.
how's he doing?
He's doing great, man.
Handsome.
handsome son of a
son of a
bitch.
bitch.
Handsome son of a
guy.
bitch.
I was so pissed off.
With that hair.
Him and Sexy Yama got to be 1 and 2.
Yeah,
and then Luke Rockhold probably 3.
Whoa.
By the
You're
way,
not bad.
You're a looker.
I mean, I'm
Can
almost 50, but you know.
No, yeah, listen, I'll be the first to say you're a handsome kid. You're 5'10". I know, Josh, and I know that stings, and that stings.
You're also 5'10".
I am, and that's why I know
That's
he's
what bothers
5'10".
us.
And
So
that's
he's
what
speaking from a
bothers
place
us.
of experience.
You got a strong jaw. He's a looker. The kid's a looker.
Oh, yeah, Josh.
You're not going to get a lot better looking, but at the end of the day, if somebody's
No, if they do a Hall of Fame
if-
wing for most handsome,
He's
I
in
feel like
there.
he's in.
He's in there.
I'm honorable mention him.
you sure are.
Come on now.
You're a big cutie pie.
But
For
only,
heavyweight,
only because of his size.
Well, he's got a.
If he was 5'10", we wouldn't give him a second look.
No,
fair.
that's true. But
That's fair.
he's got the hair.
That's
He's got
fair.
the full mouth.
He does have
He's
a full head of
He's a
hair,
good
yeah.
look.
A
Girls,
positive attitude,
I
too.
call him hungry eyes because women
Positive
love
attitude.
him.
Yeah, because he's what are you, 6'3"?
6'4",
almost
Baba. It's a
6'5".
legit 6'4" with the
6'5".
shoes on.
Look.
Hey, hold on.
With shoes on, 6'5".
Okay, shoes on.
Okay.
And that's what they see, right? I'm not walking around in club
Still,
barefoot.
it's still some 7 feet.
But who's walking around barefoot?
Yeah, right.
I mean, if
No,
on
it's-
the beach, 6'4".
Yeah.
You know what? I got you on that.
But if he was 5'10", they ain't looking.
No, but he ain't,
They're like,
and that's the thing. So you got to get him in there.
That's
He's
like-
definitely in
I'm
there.
honorable mention.
100%.
Yeah, yeah. Dana might mix it, but I'm
Thompson's an absolute cutie pie. But in this dating profile, a lot of girls are swiping the other way because you just didn't make the 6
Let's
foot
just
cut.
be honest. Look, all I had to hear was Misha Tate say that I was the best looking guy in MMA. and I
Well,
said,
that's
it.
you just won.
That's it. That's
You
it.
just
I was
fucking won.
good.
Was
What
that
she
after
said?
a knockout, though?
What do you mean?
Like, did she get knocked out and then say that?
I don't know when she said it, but
No,
it
no,
didn't
no.
matter to me.
I get it.
don't give a
Girls,
shit.
No, you're
there's
a
no
handsome
doubt you're a
bastard.
handsome. I've
Yeah.
said it. I've said it many times. Now,
But being handsome
how
in
tall is
UFC is,
Joban?
you know,
It's not that hard.
It's like being hot in the WNBA. You know, it's like, okay. Like, you're the hottest softball chick. Okay.
that's funny.
Great.
Well, how tall is Joban? Tell me,
He's
short.
got to be 6'1".
God,
Yeah.
6
at
foot,
least-
6'1".
at least
Yeah,
6.
That's a game. That's
He's
a
a good
problem.
looking dude.
Well, but he was a Versace.
He was a Versace
He's a
model. I
Versace
think.
model.
Legit Versace.
Yeah, I think it was Versace.
Luke
model.
Rockhold was fucking Ralph Lauren.
Ralph Lauren.
Or Tommy.
No, Ralph Lauren.
Yeah.
Well,
It was
no,
Ralph Lauren.
let's be honest. When Luke is a legit 6'3",
Yeah, he is.
and it doesn't get better looking. Well, listen, when you want a really good quality sweater or a piece of clothing, but you don't want to pay a fortune, why don't you go to Quince? Okay, I've got a cashmere sweater. I've got a long sleeve
Dude,
wool
I got their
shirt.
soft tee. It's the best. And summer's here, man. Summer's here. And you want pieces that feel lighter and more breathable, things that are easy but still put together. That's where Quince comes into play.
Dude, they got their linen pants and shirts start at $34. Okay?
Bro, you have
But
the barbecue.
They cut out the middleman.
Yeah, man. Everything at Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. All right. So elevate your summer wardrobe. Go to quince.com/fighter for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/fighter for free shipping. 365-day returns. Quince.com/fighter.
Luke's my boy.
He's
Yeah,
such
we
a
love
sweetheart.
Luke.
I
Yeah,
love
he's the
Luke.
best.
He's such a sweetheart. I
Yeah,
love that
but
guy.
when his hairline goes, it's over. and it's
my-
almost there.
yeah, it's almost there. It's fighting.
It's not hair loss. It's like facial gain.
Yeah, yeah,
He's just
yeah.
gaining more face as it goes back. That
Yeah,
hair
yeah.
is just going.
Well, I don't know.
It's
Bring him
almost
up.
gone.
Bring him up. He's still. He's gonna
Chin's
hold on
over
to
here
that
laughing
hair.
his
No, you
ass
can
off
tell it's
right
getting
now.
a little light.
It's a little
Yeah, I
light.
noticed that myself.
But he'll hold
it's-
on to it. Hey, he's got to get it when he gets a hair transplant. Forget it.
Well, he he could go to
Turkey, get
Turkey
the
all
touch,
day.
Get the Turkish touch up.
Listen. This kid is.
It's starting to go.
And he's wearing glasses.
I think he went and did get something done though for his hair, which is smart for him.
Maybe I hope
Masvidal
so.
He's a good-looking dude. The
Yeah,
fact that he's 6'3", though, kills it.
Yeah,
and he's just shredded all the time, and he's a fun dude.
He's
the
He's
best.
the funnest. Yeah,
He's the best.
Almost
He's-
too much fun.
He's trouble.
Look at him.
Go back.
he's nothing
Look at
but
all
trouble.
that. That's.
I mean,
He's 42 years old. That's why he looks like that.
Yeah.
But swipe right. There you go. There's the next reel. The next reel is like just BBC 157, like
Just a
Testa
whole
Moreland. It's got all this
a whole
stuff.
bunch of shit.
Can you?
He's the
I
best.
can't even imagine. Like you. Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, you see how he's just legitimately 6'3" too.
when you
He's just
live this
taller.
lifestyle, though, this is a fun lifestyle. This is a fun lifestyle.
I
Yeah.
remember when my
I
wife.
wouldn't know. I haven't been in a long time.
Yeah,
I walked in.
He's 40. What?
41 or 42.
It's time to you, Bubba. You know it.
I walked in
know.
about 10 years ago. My first wife, she was with 3 of her very hot friends.
Is that a way? Like, is that like a flex? My first one. Is that,
Yeah, well, my first wife was a big model. She was like,
Okay,
Man,
man.
yeah.
There you go, my man.
yeah, beautiful. And
I
she
need- let's see
walked in.
pictures.
She was with her very hot model friends in New York,
Mm-hmm.
and I walk in with Tarek and Luke, and Luke is wearing a polo shirt with white pants, a blue polo shirt tucked into
He
white
dresses well,
pants
too.
with loafers at 6'3", and I've never seen my wife instinctually just. And I walk in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's salivating.
And she goes like this. She just goes.
Salivating.
She goes, oh, he's cute. And looks right at her friend who was single. She goes,
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the reaction.
Yeah, that's reality.
And the friend better
That's
be
the
a 10.
reality of it all.
The friend better be a 10.
She was 100% in the mix.
and a positive attitude.
oh,
yeah.
gorgeous. Yeah.
The thing, Luke was such a good fucking fighter.
He was. Yeah.
So fucking good.
He
I
was,
remember
yeah.
I went to AKA and just watched him take like NCAA champs,
Yeah.
like 185 pounds, just wreck them, just tying people up.
Are you excited for Sunday?
I am. I'm going to be in Denver, so I got to film from the hotel.
What's in
room.
Denver?
My son, Lacrosse. So like they're on the number 5 team
lights
in
on
the
in your
country.
phone, brother.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, he's on the number 5 team in the country for lacrosse.
Travel ball lacrosse.
Travel ball lacrosse, all East Coast. Just East
All the
Coast.
lacrosse on the East Coast. I mean,
Oh.
Texas is getting big. Lacrosse getting big in Texas.
Yeah,
man.
so SMU right now is in the process of making a D1 team.
Damn, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be sick. So they're trying to beat the University of Texas to it. I hope they do because actually most of the best players, especially the younger generation, I think are coming out of the Dallas area.
Yep.
So
yeah, there's a lot of talent in Dallas.
So my kid plays for the Texas Nationals.
So you'll miss the.
I'll see the fights. It's on Sunday, so I'm just staying an extra day in Denver, so I can actually watch the fights and then cover it that night.
You
So
can't. I mean, the
I'll do
biggest.
the show.
I mean,
Are you guys doing a fight campaign for it?
no, we don't do those anymore.
Why?
It's just he's always gone. I like being at home. I'm here 5 days a week as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you decide to do it, man, let me know.
Yeah.
I'll make the trip. It's not far. It's
Yeah.
closer than it was from LA to
That
San
is
Jose.
true.
Who's fighting
That is
this
true.
weekend?
It literally took me a
Fuck
couple
you.
hours.
Fuck you. Who's fighting? The
This
UFC
guy.
White House card.
The White House card.
know
Told you,
this.
Jen, I called it on Big
Yeah,
Brown
yeah, you
Breakdown.
did, you
I
did.
go,
Gosh.
this is how casual
It's-
Brian is.
it's this.
I'm going to ask
love
him
it.
what he's going to do this weekend. He won't know the
No,
UFC White
I'll
House
be in-
card is
I'll be in
Sunday.
Mexico, Bubba.
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
gonna watch it. My nephew's a freak for it.
I mean, UFC
I
White
just
House.
didn't realize it's crept up. So
I don't know if you
quickly.
can watch it.
Bubba, I didn't know it
They don't
crept up
have
so
Paramount
quick.
in
Huh?
Mexico. I don't know if you
I'll
can watch
get it. God,
You got a
it's
VPN?
It's a big one.
Hold on.
this
It's a big one.
It's the biggest.
But you know,
There will never
Question
be
is-
a bigger card.
Question is, does it break 17 million views?
Yes. Yes.
but it's
So
only,
it beats- so
but
it
it
beats
only
Gina and Ronda.
because, but guys, only
it
because
beats Super Bowl numbers.
No
what?
way. Can't.
I bet
Only,
it-
only
I
because
bet
it's
it
at the
does
White
Super-
House. Though.
It can't be Super Bowl numbers.
No, it can because it's on CBS.
But only
I thought
'cause
it's not on Paramount then.
It is on Paramount. They're doing.
But they're
I think they're
both.
doing either the main event or they're doing some portion on CBS, and then the rest is on Paramount Plus.
But only because it's at the White House, right?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd be surprised.
Surprise! What? It
Brian,
beats, it beats Netflix numbers.
It's not going to be.
I
Super
need to
Bowl.
know.
No, I don't
need to
think
know.
it beats. I'm saying does around it.
Yeah.
Brian, how do you feel about this?
About the White
Card
House.
at the White House. The card at the White House. How do you feel about it?
How do I feel about the fights? How excited I am, or
No.
the card?
About the card.
I think it's in
about
keeping.
the UFC being at the White House.
I think it's in keeping with America today. I think it's in keeping with what one has to do to get views And I think it's in keeping with living in a culture where getting views and getting eyeballs is everything.
But isn't that a product of Trump though? Because he's like me, eyeballs.
Sure.
What would do it?
Oh, of course.
Hey, Dana, we're boys. Let's put it on at the White House. Insane card.
It's also,
which I'm grateful they're doing it.
It's also very smart of Dana and them to do. You know, Luke Thompson talking about how it's a very political thing.
When you go back, real quick, I want to talk about that, B, but real quick, when you go back, so was this Google? So it's no UFC Freedom 250 is not simulcast across both CBS and Paramount. Here's where you know this is bullshit. The preliminary fights may air on CBS. There are no prelims.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why you gotta be careful with Google.
Just do ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always use chat. I don't use Google AI.
But what were Luke Thomas saying? It's political?
Yes.
It is political.
It is political. I mean, it is.
There's no way.
Wait. Okay, so
But I don't care that it's political.
you can
Actually,
say
I'm gonna say something about
it's
that.
political.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. If Dana White, if Obama would say, "Hey, let's do a fight at the White House," you think Dana would have said no?
Agree.
Exactly.
That to me
Exactly.
is
If Biden,
it was
you'd say
Biden,
yes.
if they
Agree.
said, let's
First
do
of
a
all,
fucking
I
fight at the
couldn't
White
agree
House.
more.
But the only reason it is why it's getting done is because Trump and Dana are friends.
I understand that, but let's just put that to
I know,
the
but
side.
all I'm saying is that's a good thing.
If any president said, "Hey, let's do a fight here," the UFC would have been like, "Fuck yeah,
Of course.
let's
First of all,
do it."
First
no
of all, it's
matter who it
America.
is.
It's America. It's patriotic. But the other thing is that it's good business. This is a very
Absolutely.
good business move.
Give me the most watched fight ever.
So
You're going to have
there we are.
people that want to see
It's
it
historic.
fail.
It's historic.
You wanna
I don't
see
think there's ever
people-
been
You're going to
a
want to see it succeed.
right. It's historically unique. It's
Now, I have my issues with it. Don't get twisted. I think it's awesome they're doing it. The whole political thing, if you want to be upset about Trump and politics, do your fucking thing. I get it.
But here's
as
my-
a fight fan, I don't give a flying fuck. It could be on Epstein Island. I'd watch
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But what is weird is like the oligarchs like sitting around the cage, the people they decide to have there. That's weird. I don't like any of that. I'm not going to boycott it.
Yeah, but Bubba, can I say something about like what Luke Thomas says where it's political? I will also say this. I believe that the left made it political with their attacks on the UFC. For example, when the New York Times was writing about how irresponsible Dana White was for holding fights during COVID.
Good point.
Okay. And Dana White said, I don't give a fuck what some fucking journalist
And
at
business
the
boom.
New York Times,
Yep.
and neither do I, by the way,
Yep.
who's never done a sport and is fake virtue signaling to get some fucking clicks like they do. And it was a time when the press lost their credibility, when a lot of institutions lost their credibility. Why? Because they kept children in masks at home.
I know, it's weird.
Okay, there's a lot of shit that went on. And so I believe that most people who weren't political, like Dana White, who wasn't political, became political because his survival at one point kind of depended on his rebuttal, kind of depended on him making a stand. So I would ask if people think it's a political move. I don't know that these people were very political
Hey, B,
until
B,
you
let me
took
ask
their
you this.
businesses away from
Agree,
them.
yeah. agree.
Until you
Until
kept
we-
their kids home.
until we had to be political.
Until
Yep.
you forced vaccines on people that didn't need them, and
Yep.
and maybe some of them didn't do so well as a
Yep.
result. There's a lot of shit that went on
Yep.
that your politics
Yeah, you're getting
came into
mad.
my life
Yeah,
when
you're
I was
getting really
looking.
mad.
But it's true. Or when my daughter loses scholarships to some kid who's a boy who
Mm-hmm.
identifies, and the New York Times and all of the people who are Democratic operatives or left-wing operatives were supporting. So a lot of this was most Americans living their lives wanting to see a fight.
That's a good point, B.
And it came on themselves. So
B,
that's my rebuttal.
But B, let me ask you this: what major sport isn't political? Let's go through it. NFL with the whole Black Lives Matter.
Thank you.
And racism. They're still doing
Kneeling
how
during
about Kaepernick kneeling. WNBA. They're going to be more
you
political.
think? You think?
Their whole things.
It's
are
impossible
their whole
not to
things-
be political.
How about baseball with the whole? I think it was. It's coming up, and then the Texas Rangers are the only team not participating in it. The whole gay
Pride
Pride
Month.
Month.
Yeah.
Do you know this?
What?
They have to wear the gay flag as their logo.
What?
And the Texas Rangers went, nah, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
They're
no.
the only team not doing it. So name a league that's not political. NBA? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Thank
You want to talk about NBA?
It's impossible not to be political, but the minute someone like Dana is doing it at the White House and Trump is there, it becomes, it's all.
But you also got to know the history. They're boys. It would be like you, for a reason, running as president. I own the UFC, and you're like, buddy, how dope would it be to have a White House card.
know.
I'm like, oh, I'm in.
Yeah, and I'm a bad person for that.
But we're boys.
Thank you.
There's a relationship before you got president. Of course it's going to happen.
Thank you. Thank you. That's
All
exactly
right. Look, enough about that. Let's talk about the fights.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well,
Ilia
let's go through
Topuria and
the
Justin
fights.
Gaethje. Let's go through Justin Gaethje and Ilia Topuria. Did you see Armand bet $1 million on Justin Gaethje to win yesterday?
Who
Yes.
did?
Armand.
Sarukian.
$1 million.
Armand bet $1 million on Justin Gaethje beating Ilia Topuria.
I don't think it's a terrible bet. I don't.
I don't think it's a terrible bet either. Now, look, let's be honest. I'm not betting $1 million.
No.
Look,
I wouldn't bet
for the
1,000.
odds. For the odds, I would probably throw 1,000 down. Just to be honest, I'd probably throw 1,000 down. You want to know why?
Justin Gaethje could win by head kick.
So he could win by head kick. He could win by uppercut. He could win by leg kicks. He could find ways to make this fight a
As long as
lot
he's
easier.
clipped. You know the one fight I would bet on. And I want your. I know what you're gonna say because you don't like this dude. My biggest underdog on the card where I think he could win
never gonna
is Michael
happen.
Chandler.
Never gonna
I
happen.
think Huffy's so overrated. Bad cardio. Yeah, great striking with bad cardio. Worse cardio than Connor. If Chandler can land a takedown early and drag into the second, third round, I think he can win. And he's a plus 500. He's the biggest dog on the card.
Yeah.
I know you hate Chandler, so take that out of it.
I'll take it out of it.
They
Why do you hate Chandler?
forever. They've never.
I
we
love
will-
Chandler.
Bellator days.
Oh, okay. You guys have beef? Okay.
You know, it's
Sorry.
I love it. I love it.
it'll be for Smurfs. It's all right.
Yeah.
What is he like 5'6"? You're talking about me being 5'10". He's like 5'6".
He
I
is
think.
short, dude.
Yeah, he is short.
But
Yeah, he's a legit 5'8".
I
No,
think
he's not.
I thi-
He's not
no.
anywhere near
No,
5'8".
fuck,
No,
he's not 5'8".
No.
I think Chandler's.
Walks. He like runs around on Air Force One, so he can gain 2 inches.
He's not
Like, he's
5'8".
not tall. He's
No
like
chance.
5'6". He might be 5'5".
But the point is I think he a plus 500.
Yeah.
I think he's the most live dog on the card. I think Huffy's so overrated.
So I would agree with you in the fact that like
Bad grappling.
yeah, he cannot grapple. His takedown defense is not great. But that being said, when was the last time you saw Michael Chandler wrestle and actually get
Well,
takedowns
that's why
under
I
control?
said, that's why I said on Big Brown Breakdown. I said if he doesn't fight like a frat bro, if he doesn't go out there and try and get the performance of the night bonus going off on a shield, if he fights smart, lands takedowns, he can drag Huffy into later rounds and win it.
But Huffy's
Huffy.
Huffy's striking is
It's so good, so fast, so elusive.
It's just
Chandler gets
explosive.
caught.
It's explosive.
Yeah.
But then after that, he gasses out.
I think that he can just keep the range, keep the distance.
Me too.
Yeah,
That's where my money is.
I think
With all
it's gonna
respect-
be,
respect.
and look,
It was a minus fucking 700, so you guys aren't saying anything that's grounded.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
And
he's just
these
a-
people are normally right, or they wouldn't lay these type of odds.
Yeah.
You know, but I understand.
I
Like,
like-
Chandler's
I
got
think
a
the biggest
puncher's
dog.
chance.
The
I
biggest
like where
dog.
you're at with it because
I think Huffy's so overrated.
Chandler's not going to get tired, and if Huffy has bad cardio.
Chandler's cardio is crazy. If he
It
just
normally
doesn't-
is.
If he doesn't fight like a frat bro,
When was the last time you saw him not fight
I've
like a fat
never
bro?
not
There you go.
seen him
So
fight
there
like
you
a frat
go.
bro.
You answered your own question.
I know.
You answered
but he
your own
knows if he
question.
loses this one, it's at the White House. Like, buddy, you got to fight smart.
So I'm going to make a.
Otherwise, it's over.
It's over.
I'm going to make an
should be over.
outsider's observation
Okay.
when it comes to striking, and I love
God.
boxing, and I love all this stuff.
Go to Huffy's record from each end.
And with Chandler, like I notice that part of what I see with also Saint Denis is when they unload, what was working for them back in the day was their explosiveness. Boom, 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 close distance, great. The problem is I would watch with one hand here and this hand here, and if you do it to the elite guys and your hands are down when you're close like that, like Dustin Poirier, he's going to catch that and he's going to answer back, and your face is going to be
So
wide
his best win's Fiziev. That's a good one. But then BSD put it on him, out grappled
Yeah.
the fuck out of him.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I look at this and I think to myself, like guys like Michael Chandler, right? He's 38 years old. He's
Yeah.
slow now. He might be 39 now. He's slow. We just had this conversation about Belal, which we didn't even finish.
But
talking
wait,
about.
we have boxers at that age who are at their prime. I mean, Bernard Hopkins did it. You've got
you cannot say that because Bernard Hopkins fought a style. He changed his style.
what about Bud
as
Crawford?
he got older?
37, the best, good, better than anybody in the planet.
Bud Crawford.
What
is
about
an
Usyk?
anomaly. And
Usyk, same thing.
And 37.
I'm just
how
saying- I'm just
how
saying
old
You're
was?
talking about elite.
No, I'm saying
0.001%.
I'm saying
Bubba.
with
But they also have it lost, Brian.
proper technique.
But Michael Chandler has been losing. So you're
it's
talking
been
about
bad.
Terence Crawford who's undefeated, Usyk who's undefeated,
Yeah.
Bernard Hopkins who's
What
one
I'm
in a
saying
billion.
Is there? And what I'm saying is that we tend to look at MMA and we go, "Ooh, 37, older." Is there?
Because it's tougher than boxing. You have
Yeah.
to do a lot more shit.
Yeah.
You can't change
More
your
injuries,
style.
more
But
wear.
you also can't change your style. Like
boxing?
Chandler's relies on being explosive,
Yeah.
powerhouse.
Yeah.
When you get older, your first thing that goes is being explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Look, also too at the lighter weight classes, 170 and below, it's way more difficult. Once your
is.
speed goes,
The margins.
speed goes. That's why you see heavyweights can fight into being 41,
Correct.
42, 47,
Yeah.
whatever it is, right? You can see them fight into those because it's the power. And if those guys at the heavyweight division, if they have any fucking wrestling, right, they'll have success.
Yep.
Any. Josh Hokage is proof.
Yep.
Curtis Blades is proof. They're ranked in the top 4 or 5, position because they can wrestle.
Yeah.
Once you get 1 or 2 takedowns, that stand-up guy in the heavyweight division is like, shit, I'm a turtle on my back. I can't get up off the ground.
Yep.
So there's a lot. To go back to Belal, though, real quick. I know we're talking about Ilia and Gaethje. But Belal Muhammad, to me, we were talking about his style and how he fights, how I say he needs to fight in a phone booth. He had success on Saturday night based off the fact that every time he fought him in a phone booth, he made it a dirty, grimy fight, pressed him to the fence, and kept the pressure. Bonfim didn't have success. As soon as he pushed him backwards. Have we got to the point, though, now where the guys that he's fought over his last 3 fights, they're all tall, they're all long, they're all bigger, they're all lanky, they're all younger. Are they just better fighters right now?
Yeah.
Because he's at the end of his career.
Yeah.
Let's not make excuses.
Yeah.
Maybe just those younger guys. Ian Gary's a fucking savage.
Dude,
monster.
Okay? And this guy,
nightmare.
Bonfim, young,
Monster.
big, huge for the weight.
Athletic as shit.
Athletic.
My thing is, it's all good.
I
Like
understand.
Bilal did his thing, dude.
Yeah.
He was champ. Like,
I
it's all,
thought-
yeah,
I
maybe
thought
those
he
guys
did
are
a
bigger, and they're younger.
I thought he fought a great fight. It just wasn't enough to get it done. It might just be that these younger guys, they're
That's
just
fair.
better right now.
That's fair.
And
But-
that's okay. That's a fair
He
assessment.
also didn't mix it up.
No, he
Like,
didn't.
remember, a lot of success he had against Leon Edwards was he was mixing it.
Yeah.
Leon didn't know what the fuck.
But I wonder
Yeah.
if that's because he can't get close enough to shoot. I wonder if it's because when he would shoot. So this is the other thing I noticed. When you're a certain age and you shoot for a double, right? When you're younger, that explosiveness catches them. When you're that age, someone who's younger and more athletic has a chance
Not if
to
you set
get
it
his
up.
hand,
Not
get
if you set
underhooks.
it up with your hands first.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
you got to set it up.
Yeah.
You have to
You gotta
think
get
of
savvy
it.
with it.
You have to think of it in terms of, we had this conversation about Conor and Habib. It's like, oh, Conor's going to fight with the range. He's going to keep the distance, the speed. He's got the power. I said, Habib is going to he's going to threaten the takedown so much.
He's gonna
going to make
catch him.
Conor hesitant. It's going to make Conor hesitant. That one hesitation could either get Conor knocked out or it just leads to a takedown.
Yep.
Because he's either got to drop his hands to defend or he's got to protect his chin to the last second. So there's choices that stand-up fighter has to make in the moment. And I think if Belal would have just came in and dictated the pace of the fight from the jump,
And mix it
like
up.
feints,
Yep.
up and down, lowering the level, big shots, overhands, head kicks, come back, double leg, press and single, lift, scoop, couldn't get it, cool. Drop back down on the legs.
Even if you're not successful, at
Yes.
least the threat is there.
But
When
I
he's worrying
mean,
about.
that has to start in the beginning of your camp.
100%.
But
with your
he's done
team.
that before. I would be willing to bet his team had that plan and he just didn't.
Really?
Yeah, I
Because
bet.
look at the JDM fight. He didn't start wrestling until round 4.
Crazy.
Sometimes you wonder maybe you've been dealing with an injury. You don't have the cardio. You didn't get a chance to train.
Could be
the
an
way you
injury,
wanted.
but he could be injured going the fight. But
Yeah.
most fighters are going to bring it.
You never
Is there a fight on this card you're more excited about
The
than
very
others?
first fight of the night.
Really? That's your
Diego
number one?
Lopez and Steve
Not-
Garcia. I think Steve Garcia is getting overlooked. I think Diego
Agree.
Lopez with the 2 title fights came up short.
Yep.
That fight to me, that's why it's in that number 1 position.
Agreed.
You want to know why?
Fight of the night.
Everyone shows up. I think it ends up being fight of the
It's
night.
gonna be fight of the
Really?
night. Yeah, I think that's fight of the night. And then, but I think the best matchup on the card, Diego Lopez, Steve Garcia is a good argument for it. But it's Poatan Ciryl Gane. To me, that's so intriguing.
It's
now. Ciryl, I'm not hating on Ciryl Gane. I've never gone to a Ciryl Gane fight weekend and been like, I can't wait to see him fight. Never.
Boy, I liked him. I liked him in the first round against.
Tom Aspinall. I'm glad you can remember that name.
Yeah, I always forget his name.
Remember his name.
I like that first round, man, with him. I
Poked
know
him in
he
the
poked
fucking eyes and kicked him in the nuts, but sure.
boy, did he look good. He looked good.
Yeah, but again, he's not like this scary knockout artist.
No.
Good athlete, great footwork, looks the part.
Speed.
So I was talking to Andy Foster, and Andy Foster, we were talking about it was right after the Tom Aspinall eye poke and growing shot. And he said, I want you to know that 95% of the fouls are committed by the same people. So eye pokes and growing shots, 95% of the
Really?
fouls are committed by the same people.
Really?
They're criminals.
Yeah.
No,
He said they're serial eye pokers.
but
They're serial growing kickers.
Is that
They're
from
serial
Muay
fence
Thai?
grabs.
Is that from Ciryl
No,
Gane's
it's just
fighting?
his
or-
natural
You know
reaction
what?
is
Jon
to,
Jones excuse. Muay Thai. They don't eye poke in Muay Thai.
Well, there's a lot of this.
What are you talking about?
Hands out
No,
like
no.
this.
What are you talking about? No, you can't poke in the fucking eyes of
But
any
you're
sport.
still, you're.
But they
you're-
also wear gloves. Muay Thai wears
Yeah,
gloves.
they wear gloves.
They wear gloves.
They do wear gloves.
Small gloves, yeah, but
There
they
were.
wear gloves.
Is there anything where that? What is it? I guess not French kickboxing.
Hey.
No, but
you're doing it again.
No, hold on.
You're doing it
What is he
No,
doing?
no, hold
Talk
on.
to me.
Hold on.
What's he doing?
He tries
What I
to
mean is with
validate
Muay Thai, if your
poking
hands are
eyes.
here,
He's not intentionally meaning to do it.
No. With Muay Thai, when you're here with the gloves, right?
Yeah.
You're covered, so you're not thinking about it. When your style
Your
is
hand's
this,
still not open,
Bubba,
Brian.
your hand style is this.
Nope.
You're moving guys out back.
Hey,
kicking,
Brian,
punching.
nobody boxes like this. You can't do it in a glove.
But
Brian,
This.
no one does this.
you see that? I see that with Muay Thai. Guys here touching.
You're thinking of the movie
Catching.
Bloodsport.
Yeah, you're thinking of
Remember
movies.
when he was like this? Bloodsport.
Look at me.
You're
That's
thinking of
more your
movies.
era. That's like my.
Guys,
it's like,
I've seen this with
I
Muay
should
Thai.
say our era.
You've seen this.
Not
and
with
when your
gloves
hand,
on.
when you have gloves on, Bubba, your hands are here. You're catching.
No, that's not. You gotta think you have wraps, Brian. So no one's gonna have their hands open.
But I'm
like
saying
this.
if you're used to, if you're not worried about your fingers, if your whole career.
okay, then why doesn't
when you're
everybody?
hearing
eye
it,
poke?
now you're
then,
having.
then why doesn't everybody?
Because they do MMA. They don't do. He was primarily a striker, right? What was Ciryl Gane for the most part? His whole
Yeah, he's
career,
a
never a
striker.
wrestler.
Yeah, striker.
His wrestling's terrible.
Hold on, but so is Peloton. World champion.
I understand.
2-time.
Now there's a
You know
little
how
bit
many
of
eye pokes
difference.
he's had?
I know, Bubba, but here's why I got Ciryl Gane on this. Very simply,
I can't believe you're sympathizing with an eye poke.
I'm not sympathizing.
No, you are. You're making excuses. It's so crazy
I don't think
to
he's
me.
cheating though.
He
This
is,
great.
Brian.
Sympathizing with an iPhone.
I don't think it was cheating.
That
I
was
think
great.
it was. I don't think it's
It's
cheating.
bona fide cheat. It's literally in the rule.
Well,
book.
I mean, I understand, Bubba. I understand. I'm saying I think it was accidental. Is what I'm saying. I don't think
every
it's
fight though.
I don't think it's.
Have you seen how many times he's done it?
It's a problem. It's a big problem. I think it's a bad habit.
Yeah. It is.
I think it's this. Now wait. So I got
God, you're
no.
cuck.
Go ahead. Let's talk. Let's hear.
God,
hear me. Tell me.
Why can't I give him the benefit?
Tell me why.
Because he's notorious.
Why is he going to win?
He's
Why
going
is
to
he
win.
gonna
He's going to. I think he's going to piece Pereira up. And this
Really?
is yeah. A couple of
Interesting.
reasons. Pereira.
Look, I'm not against this at all. I'm actually. I'm leaning a little bit. It is.
Pereira plods forward. Pereira plods forward. Boom, boom, and then bang, bang, bang. You do that against a guy who's 265, who's as athletic as he is, who does not do that, who stands on the outside
He has
and
good
will
footwork.
piece you the fuck
That's
up
his
with his
best
jab.
tool. Because he can, for 25 minutes, he can move.
That's right, and he's
Chin-
he'll kick you.
Chin, can you
hard.
pull up the weight of Ciryl Gane? Because I think by the time they fight, I think Alex may weigh 1 or 2 pounds more.
That
than
may
him.
Yeah,
be
Ciryl
true.
Gane's not
That-
265.
But that may be
Okay.
true. I always say this though: Ciryl Gane's never getting down to 205.
248.
Yeah, he's
So
never.
I think that he will. I think Alex may be around that.
Alex is
250.
242.
242.
240, but he said he's actually even be below that.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a
So I
frame
bet Alex
thing.
comes about 235.
But there's still a frame thing. You're never getting down to 205, dude. And that guy's never getting down to 205.
B, let's take a little break here. Dude, UFC Freedom 250 is here this Sunday, and your friends at DraftKings has you fully covered. The DraftKings Sports app is now available in all 50 states, includes all markets. You're in on the excitement at the speed of sports. Sweat every round of the card all in one place with one app. New to DraftKings customers, sign up with code FIGHTER. Spend $5 to get $200 in rewards with 21 days. That's code FIGHTER in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Bet with DK Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-MY-RESET. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, that text pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Void in Ontario. Event contract trading with DraftKings predictions involves risk of loss. Sportsbook bonus bets expire in 7 days. $50 in predictions dollars issued weekly for 3 weeks expire in 1 year. Redeem one non-withdrawable reward. Availability varies. Predictions offer void in New York. Ends June 28. Terms at dkng.co/audio.
When Alex Pereira got down to 185,
Yeah.
like
Crazy.
as big as he is,
Massive.
it's still a big size difference. There's a difference.
So-
there's a very big difference.
I'm going to rebuttal you a little bit. And look, and like I said, I'm not trying to argue with you on this because
You
I actually
should.
think-
You kinda know a little
no,
more.
I think Ciryl Gane has a really good chance of being Alex.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I think that what it is going to be the speed and the movement that may give him some problems.
Correct.
That being said, Alex does something better than most people don't realize when he's in there. Is that he knows how to judge that distance better than anyone. He
the
makes
best
you
at it.
miss by just this much. Look at Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
He threw one punch and he countered with the left hook and it was out.
Here's the problem.
Done.
He
Like,
also gets hit.
He does get hit.
And you can't get hit by Ciryl Gane like that.
See, I don't look at Ciryl Gane as
Gane's
he's
not
not
a
a knockout
knockout
puncher.
artist. Not at all.
He's a volume striker. So
until he's not, right? Until lands a heavy right. I mean,
and Alex, I think had chin issues at 85, maybe even a little bit at 205.
Dehydration.
He got in some trouble in 205 as well. But I look at him and I think to myself, at heavyweight, maybe your chin will be a lot better at heavyweight because you're not killing yourself to get down. I would have liked to have seen Alex have a little bit more time to put the weight on, to be honest, because I'm afraid as this fight goes on.
It didn't look like good weight.
Yeah, it didn't look like good weight in the pictures. Yeah, I agree with you on that. It didn't look like good weight. But Alex is, I think, better at judging distance and making him miss and making him pay.
He's much more technical.
Absolutely.
Not even close.
Will he limit Ciryl Gane's movement with a couple leg kicks and calf kicks?
And cutting off the octagon. And then also, only one of them is a true knockout. Only one of them has actual knockout power.
That's it. That is
Poatan has the gift of God in that left hand. He fucking starches people.
I think, first of all, Ciryl Gane also kicks, right? He can kick.
He does, yeah. He does.
He can check. But that Pereira has that soccer kick, that fight where he doesn't turn his body.
Yeah, he just touches
shit out of your lower.
You. And then next you know, you can't walk.
Again, Ciryl Gane is a very big, sturdy fella. I don't think Ciryl Gane is. I think he's less worried about low kicks than he is about getting punched in the face, like as he should be. Again, he's really mobile. He's not standing there to get kicked. He does that thing where
the best time to kick somebody,
he blades his body, and
the best time to kick somebody is when they're moving. And when they are bladed, it makes it even easier for me to kick your calf.
And Poatan has seen this style before.
Yeah.
His first thing's going to be taking away his leg, so eventually he has to sit down.
So you think the game plan is going to be kick that leg?
Oh, probably start lining him up early. Yeah, especially as much as he moves.
Really?
I wouldn't even say it's a game plan. That's just naturally what he does.
Yeah, it's his kickboxing. At his level, it's just kickboxing.
Yeah.
Okay, look.
But again, his success at being able to close distance, plod forward, and it's a plod, and just be able to stand there, move your head, boom, and answer back, kick. That's very tough to deal with when you are a smaller person.
He's not a smaller guy, though.
No, I'm saying his opponents. His opponents.
Oh,
but
gotcha.
You're dealing with a much bigger man who's very mobile, very athletic.
That's why I think it's the best fight on the card.
Yeah.
To me, man.
If you had to put money, where are you going to put your money?
Poatan.
You are
special.
Yes.
Ciryl Gane's not special. No. This is 6th attempt at a world title, buddy. It's not happening.
Hey. Still on the Ciryl Gane train, buddy.
You've always liked Ciryl. I don't know why.
And handsome.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't think he's a true fighter's fighter. I don't see it. But what's going to be weird is, Dana said if Poatan wins it, he's the greatest of all time, which is,
Okay, that's another conversation.
He's a promoter being a promoter.
No.
They'll have one opponent in common, and Jon Jones absolutely dog-walked Ciryl Gane.
Okay, so what happens if Alex goes out there and starches him in the first punch? You're like, okay, well, shit, maybe it is true. Now it's the interim title. If he beats Tom Aspinall for the undisputed title, then I can have a real conversation about this. And I am not a Jon Jones fan. Okay, I'm just not. Jon
has more title defenses than Poatan has fights. So it's a tough argument.
No, it's not. I will argue that's even to me makes it more special.
Due strength of schedule.
But he has not. He's got 3 different weight classes, but he came in so late and was so dominant for such a short period of time. You've got to put something behind that.
For sure.
Jon was great for however many years, right?
Forever.
And beat the cream of the crop, like Shogun and Machida and these guys.
Never been beat.
But also never lost.
Never lost.
Stop with the never lost. He lost. He cheated.
No, come on, Josh.
Illegal elbow is a cheat.
Come on.
Yeah, but
wait, I have a question. Wait. Had Anthony Smith just took the bait, he'd have 2 losses.
No, listen.
Let's not pretend it.
Josh.
But he is a serial eye poker. Let's not pretend like he's not a dirty fighter. Cheater.
But he's still he's undefeated.
You can't argue one way about Ciryl Gane and then argue the other way against it.
But we've seen Poatan get knocked out. You've never seen Josh ever get knocked out.
Josh, gun to your head.
We haven't seen that.
Gun to your head. Pereira, Jon Jones fight. Where are you putting your money?
Jon Jones.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm taking Jon Jones.
With his arthritis and shit?
He's going to wrestle him. He's going to grab him.
Yeah, he's going to wrestle.
Yeah.
Jon can wrestle.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Jon can wrestle.
And he can also strike.
But let's look. He has been in the game for so long. Jon has. Alex, what he's done in such a short period of time, you have to put some weight into it. Like I've got to say, you dominated 3 weight classes in 6 years.
That's got knocked out.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, he got knocked out, cutting to 85. He's now fighting at heavyweight.
I understand.
And let's not say if you want to jump from 25, 35 to 45, that's 10 pounds each. He's jumping from 85 to 205, then 205 to heavyweight. The jumps are so much more significant.
They're bigger, but it's also they're not deep divisions.
Yeah,
at all.
that's where my one.
They're
That's
super-
where my one
so
knock is
my
on
thing,
it.
I gauge longevity over short ton of success. What's harder to do?
To do what he did in such a short period of time. This guy has no wrestling. No wrestling. Like, and guys have not been able to take him down. And guys that did take him down weren't
He
able
must
to hold
feel
him down.
different. He must feel different.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on this. I
Can
think
go to his
guys,
schedule, but who's the best wrestler he's faced?
Uncle Live, probably. Uncle Live.
By the way, that's a legit rebuttal.
Okay, so but
Uncle I, because I thought Uncle I was going to wrestle him,
striker.
and
he's a
Uncle Live's
striker that
mainly a
just
striker.
chooses not to wrestle. He's a striker that
but
chooses
he's
not to
got a
wrestle.
lot of experience wrestling, especially
does.
MMA wrestling.
But let's be honest.
But
Like,
look, who's his most challenging?
you have Uncle Live.
And Clive by far, and he's not really known as a tenacious
No,
wrestler.
no.
Jan?
No,
You go with Jan?
no.
Keep going down, Chin.
No, it's got to be Unc.
Not even close.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's been getting put through the
You
ringer.
could say Sean Strickland can wrestle. He just never does. So Sean can wrestle.
But you wouldn't call him a wrestler.
No, I would never call
Sean
Sean.
can wrestle?
Hell, Sean
Yeah,
can
Sean
wrestle.
can
man.
Sean's a hell of a
Sean's
fighter,
fucking
man.
hell of a.
You know what I'm saying? But look, it's like, yeah, he hasn't faced much
No, I agree.
adversaries that
But
where he's
can you
deficient.
do me-
in.
Couldn't you
do
say
me a favor?
Jan's a
Jim,
big,
can you pull up
strong
Conor
Not a
McGregor's
wrestler, though.
record?
Polish wrestler?
Not a
No,
wrestler.
Pull up Conor McGregor's record. How many wrestlers did he fight?
Chad
Or
Mendes.
Chad-
Conor McGregor fought Chad Mendes. Give me some more wrestlers that he fought.
Not a lot.
Yeah, I mean, so when
Well,
you're
Khabib didn't go well.
yeah, and Khabib. You know what I mean? Like
At least
so-
Eddie Alvarez wrestled.
Yeah, Eddie's.
Eddie wrestled. Chad Mendez.
Eddie tried to wrestle, didn't get close enough. But yeah, Chad Mendes. That was it, right?
Yeah.
At least he's a true wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
But if you Chad Mendes,
Yeah,
but if you look at a lot of guys' resumes, if we go through this, I can pick throughout. Like you go to Khabib, he didn't face any badass wrestlers either.
That's very
Your
fair.
boy Khabib.
is that fair?
Is that fair?
Okay, go.
Papa,
go.
I'm sorry. And the only wrestler he really did face was
Abel Trujillo.
what's his? Well, it was also
All-American.
He took him down more times.
What's
than
his
that.
name?
He took him down 19 times, set the
was
record
the
for the most
most ever.
takedowns in UFC history at the time. I don't know if
Ali
it's been broken
Quenta though
since.
was
Okay, who else? I'm sorry, my eyesight's really bad.
I know, but so Justin Gaethje, not a wrestler, even though he has wrestling pedigree.
D1
Dustin
wrestler.
Poirier, no. Connor, no. Al, some wrestling.
No. Michael Johnson,
Ali
wrestler.
Quenta was a
Yeah, but
Ali Quenta
Michael
was a
Johnson
D1
can wrestle.
wrestler.
You can't take it away just because he's a striker now.
But
These
I'm
guys,
saying none of
Belal
these guys
Muhammad
wrestle.
all of a sudden became a kickboxer.
Wait. Who was a
That's
wrestler?
his fault.
Yeah,
Michael
but I'm
Johnson.
saying the same
Michael
thing happened to
Johnson.
Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson was a wrestler.
Michael Johnson can wrestle,
I
man.
didn't-
Pat Healy can wrestle.
Pat Healy could
That
wrestle.
kid wrestled. Not to mention walked around 190 pounds. Abel Trujillo could wrestle.
So could Rafael dos Anjos.
Gleason Tebow could wrestle.
Maybe the jiu-jitsu guy.
Jiu-jitsu mainly
Tebow
guy.
was
Yeah.
that was.
And then wait, let's get into Charles Roos. He could wrestle.
Charles could
He
definitely
could wrestle. Let's get into the guys he beat to get there.
Well,
all those guys are wrestlers.
all of them are wrestlers.
All of them are wrestlers.
Looks like he's also fighting out of fucking Dagestan. So
but that's the
there's
point.
not going to be.
He beat better wrestlers back in the smaller shows than he did in the UFC.
I talked to Dustin Poirier about what it was like. I was like, what is it like to wrestle those guys? Like, what is it like? He goes, it's like their feet are hands. And I don't know what they're doing because
Yeah.
Dustin's seen a lot of looks. Because when you go to American Top Team down there, you got Olympians, Olympic wrestlers
Yeah.
in the mix. And he's seen all the looks, is there anywhere more experienced than Dustin? But he was like, dude, it's just different. It feels
Yeah.
different.
The only knock on Khabib was he only defended 3 times. That'd be the knock.
Okay, but look at who he beat in those 3 times.
Let's go.
Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje.
You can't take
he
it
beat
anyway.
those guys.
You can't
take
take-
those
he's
away from
amazing.
those. Those
He's
guys.
impeccable.
Look, Justin Gaethje, and let's just
Hey.
Justin and Dustin were in their prime when he beat him. That was their prime.
Schaub has always had a thing.
That was their prime. And look, and I'm not here. Look, I'm not here to stick up for my boy. I don't need to.
You don't need to. Yeah.
He's-
He's incredible.
Big John McCarthy, because he was inside the cage for multiples of his fights. He goes, Jon Jones could be considered the GOAT. That's fine. There was never somebody more dominant inside that cage though than Khabib.
Yeah, that's true.
Never bled. He's the
That's
only
fair.
fighter to never bleed
That's
inside
true.
the cage.
I would say this
Only
about him.
fighter to never bleed inside the UFC cage.
That's fair.
Okay. Also, too, never lost a round till round 4 or 3 or whatever
With
it was
Al?
with Conor McGregor. Never lost a round until that round.
I would
Most
say this
dominant
about
for sure.
Most
I would say
dominant.
this about him too. I think someone like Khabib is his fight IQ and his championship mentality. He would rise to whatever occasion.
Can I ask you what
we had
fight
the same-
IQ you're talking about?
Because he had the same game plan.
It's the same game plan. There's no fight
But
IQ.
in
When
that
I'm
sense-
so good at one thing, I don't need a fight IQ.
But
I'm just
to
gonna
me,
smash
but that
your
to me,
face.
no, but hold on. To me, that is part of your fight
Yeah,
IQ.
just
To me,
understanding.
that is part of the discipline and
He had
the
no
idea
other
of
option.
being strategic, right?
He had no other option.
Like it's
I mean,
maybe
he's-
it's not the same fight IQ as someone like
John?
GSP, because GSP would always find where you were weak. If it was Josh, what's his name?
Koscheck.
Koscheck, he'd jab the fuck out of him. You know, he would know, he'd watch you and go, he has a hole, and I'm going to exploit that hole. And so he'd fight a different fight. He looked like a different fighter almost all the time. Yeah, he had that blast double. He was amazing and all that stuff. But for the most part, I'm just
GSP
saying,
is
Khabib
phenomenal.
was smart enough to not get hurt. And I think Khabib had the kind of mentality where he would have found his way through almost anybody. He would have figured it out.
absolutely.
Now, how would he have done against GSP? That's a question.
That's a big question.
That would have been that's
a
really
big question.
and you could also make the argument that maybe he never faced anybody of that caliber where
But the guys that he did face that you could say were considered to be the best in his weight class at the time,
And he beat him.
He beat them, and he beat them convincingly.
well, Dos Anjos is no joke.
He
Rafael Dos Anjos.
submitted Dustin. He submitted Justin.
Yeah.
You can't ask more. Like those guys, even to this day, if Dustin Poirier was to come back,
I agree.
he'd still be ranked number 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Maybe even number 1. He may even have another run left in him
Yeah.
at a title shot.
But to also argue for Khabib, it's also like it's not his fault. This was the division when he was coming.
It's
up.
not his
So
fault
it's the
at
same
all.
with like Tom Aspinall. When people want to hate on Tom, it's like it's not his fault. The division's a shell of itself. He just came at the wrong time.
And all the people that want to talk trash about Islam and Umar Nurmagomedov and Khabib, I want to remind people that all those guys that were ranked 4, 3, 2, okay, none of those guys wanted to take those fights. So when they got pissed off when Khabib jumped to number 2 because he beat so-and-so, yeah, because you guys wouldn't take the fight.
Turn it down.
The UFC got pissed off and the rankings finally reflected that. That's why. So all the bullshit that I always heard about, oh, he never fought anyone. You want to know why he didn't fight anyone? Because none of those guys wanted to take a chance and lose. That's why.
You know what I like about you a lot?
Yeah.
I love that you have your boys back. I fucking
100%.
I appreciate it.
100%.
Like I love that in a man when I see that, because and by the way, you're right to have their back, but I just love that you have a loyalty.
I would fucking hope so, though.
Yeah. Well,
We spent a lot of time. We spent a lot of
when
time
you train-
working
you spent a lot of
together.
time training with Khabib.
Habib and Islam were my 2 main training partners.
God.
With and
was
then I
that?
had Gray Maynard also. Gray Maynard was with us at the same time.
Do you think Islam can go up to and have success at 85?
No.
It's too much, right?
I think it is too.
All the
much.
How
talk
big
Do I
about
think he'll have success? Yes. Do I think he'll be champion? It'd
How
be
big
tough.
is Islam walking around?
Right now, he's probably about 95.
He weighs 195.
Probably 95.
it's too light.
How tall
Yeah.
is he?
How tall is he? I think he's 6 foot.
Is he that tall?
He says he's 5'11", but I think he's 6 foot.
So he's a
think he's
95 would be tough.
Too small.
Yeah.
huh?
Way too
Yeah.
small.
You
It's,
fight at 85?
yeah.
You got to be about 220.
I mean, can you pull up the rankings for 85? Because if you pull up the rankings for 85,
We got
right?
Strickland, you got Hamzat.
That's
Yeah.
a problem.
See, to me, Hamzat would be his toughest fight, obviously, I think. But then I think he'd
I think
out-cardio
Strickland.
Hamzat.
I don't think
He'd
Strickland's
out-cardio
hearing a
Hamzat.
peep out of.
Strickland's a tough fight for anyone because
Strickland's just tough.
look, Strickland fights the way that they don't fight similar at all. But I'm saying, like, his game plan is jab, jab, right hand, jab, jab, right hand.
Never goes
teep,
away
kick,
from it.
Teep, kick, teep,
Yep.
kick, punch, kick. Like, it's the same. Slowly stalk after you. And if I can't, back up and try to land my hook.
Mm-hmm.
Try to land my hook.
Those guys are so big, dude. Like Joe Pfeiffer.
That's the
He's
thing.
so
He's
fucking
too
big. Oh.
See, and I've had this
God,
I
Islam's so much more talented than all those guys.
but the size does matter in
know.
these situations.
I know.
Right?
I mean, Dricus
So-
Duplessis, that's a big fella.
He's so big.
Yeah.
He should be a 205.
You know what
And
I
so
mean?
when I see that, and I've had this conversation with Islam, I was out at his camp before he fought his last fight against JDM. I was out there in Jersey training with him, and I shouldn't say training. I was there while
Watching
they were
him,
training.
getting a sweat
I
on.
trained for like
You're on the bike.
20 minutes. No,
Yeah.
we grappled a little bit for 20 minutes. I had no cardio to go further than that. So it was, but I said, hey, 85 after this. If you win this, I can defend it one time and go 85. He's like, no, brother, too big. It's too big.
Good for him.
Good for
Smart.
him.
And so I'm glad that he understands.
But I could see Ilia going up to 70 to compete
I could
against
see it.
Islam.
It'd be a big mistake for him. A big
think?
mistake for him. Yeah.
It'd be
Again,
a tough fight.
yeah.
I don't know how Ilia fights someone like Ian Machado Gary, who's 6'4", and kicking him from that distance
Yeah,
and punching him.
it's just too
Good
much
luck.
of a reach range thing.
Good
I
luck.
believe. I believe the same thing with Islam. Can he knock out Islam? Yeah, when you got that kind of power like Ilia does, absolutely you can. But will he? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it really comes down to Bryce Mitchell took Ilia down. You don't think that Islam's like me to take him
That's
down?
me too, probably,
And I
yeah.
said this, and I got murdered and crucified for it. because I was out there giving my predictions. I said Islam Makhachev will take down Charles Oliveira and he'll submit him by round 3.
That's
And
fair.
everyone's like, no, there's no damn way. He's the greatest submission guy ever in the UFC.
bummer.
And then he got submitted.
Yeah.
And I said, I told you.
Because those guys
I told you.
they're so good at controlling your hips and keeping you down on the ground.
Well, you're never going to hear me
take your
speak
game
that
away.
way. You're never going to hear me speak that way about a fighter that I haven't trained that much with.
Agree.
I know how good he is on the ground. I've grappled with Habib. I've grappled, trained, sparred, all of those
So
things.
Josh,
with
what
both
is it
those
when
guys.
they wrestle? Is it that they just pin your hips to the ground? Are they just like their ability to just be that heavy on top,
It's not
right?
even so much their heaviness; it's their placement of their body. But it's also too of understanding that I lost the position. Don't keep fighting for it. Let them up, and then give me another position to where I can take you back. down
They're
again.
chain wrestling. They're just ahead of you.
It's chain
In
wrestling.
control almost.
It's control, but it's allowing you to use the energy to get up and then mat return you. Like I know that you're going to get lighter on your feet as you stand, so that's the good time for me to lift and scoop. Why would I keep grinding against the fence trying to like?
So they're gonna let you. They're kind of like water.
Well, yeah. If we were against the wall and you're on my hips and you're just driving me into the fence and I've got my legs spread like I've got a stagger stance, right? And I'm just dropping my hips down on you. It's very hard to get the takedown.
Yeah.
So what I do is I go ahead and like kind of like loosen up a little bit, let you dig an underhook, and then I kind of fill you a little bit, and then I drop back down on the single. And now I've got a better position than I had before,
Right.
where my hands were just locked, right? So it's just little things. They allow you to do some stuff, and they go, and then they take it from you.
Yeah, I mean,
Josh, you like are you a Hokit fan?
I am a Hokic fan.
Me too.
I am. The guy can wrestle. His brothers are really damn good wrestler too.
his
They're out
brothers?
of Central California, out of that.
Yeah, the Fresno boys, yeah?
They're Fresno boys, yeah. Clovis area, Buchanan area, all those boys.
not crazy
man.
about the way he fights. That's not gonna last.
love
for
the
long.
way he
Oh, I
well,
love
sure,
the
you're
way he
just gonna
fights.
take all the damage. though.
Yeah, he's
All
just
the-
he's a
No, it's
heavyweight.
so entertaining.
He's a heavyweight Michael Chandler. Just not annoying.
My-
Just, oh, sorry.
My thing is, does he fight like that same style against Derek Lewis as he did Curtis Blades?
Oh, I
There's
think
no
he
way.
does. I
You think he does?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You want to know why I think he does?
Derek's got some power. in those
He
hands.
does have the power, but the thing is, though, is I don't think Derek Lewis doesn't have the dog in him anymore.
No, that's gone.
Yeah, the dog is
that's
gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think honestly in this situation, it's
Unless he catches him early, but if you don't have success early, I think he just Hokit breaks him.
yeah, there's the speed, the athleticism,
He's so athletic.
and the ability to chain wrestle. Even if he doesn't get it, just knock in. This is the way that Hokic will fight him. He'll punch his way into the clinch, into the single leg. Right? You pick up normally you pick up a unathletic heavyweight's leg. They can't balance. They end up falling. They
Yeah.
lose, and that's
That's-
I say this to everyone. I used to when I would spar with the heavyweights, Mike Kyle, Paul Ponatello, Christian Wellish, these guys, right? Christian Wellish could wrestle though, but these guys, all they do is just lift the single leg. You lift it at all,
They're off
they're top
balance.
heavy.
Is that right?
Balance. Yeah, you just lift single legs. Yeah, unless they were like a Volkov who's 6'8", whatever.
Super lengthy.
super tall and long. They have good balance, or they have good. They're able to balance.
Body
'cause they're
control.
so long,
How would you
body
get
control.
that single leg? Just drop.
Yeah, how
it
would you
going?
lift that tall enough to even bother them?
Yeah.
Right, but
Do
with
you think Hokit fights the same way?
I think he does, but I don't think he gets out. I don't think he gets outside of round one.
No, me neither.
No, I think he's able to get him down in the exchange. He's able to get him down, and then I don't think Derek Lewis has the ability to get back up.
And do you like
It just takes big shots.
Kyle Dawkins and Bo Nickal? Weird one, right?
Yeah, I'm happy for Kyle Dawkins.
I know
he had a
nothing
good
about Kyle
resurgence.
Dawkins.
He's had a good resurgence. He was in the UFC for a while, got cut,
came
released.
back.
Now he's back. Now I think he's
Wrestler?
on a
What is he?
three fight win streak.
Okay.
And I think 2 of them are finishes, I
Yeah.
believe.
What's
Yeah.
his thing? Just
He's a
MMA?
stand-up guy, but like he has a brother too that was in
Looks
the
like he's
UFC
made of
as well.
plastic there.
He does.
So, what is he on in the UFC? He's back from the UFC, so he's what?
Two fight win
streak.
But he's
in the
won his
UFC.
last fucking 6 outside
Yeah.
the UFC too.
Yep. And look, and he fights. He fights his ass off. So I love to see the resurgence of him in here, but he's got his hands full as well. Yeah, he does look like it. Yeah, it's the blonde hair. It's
That's
the
the
blonde.
weirdest picture I've ever seen.
It is.
That is a weird one.
A lot of
I'm not
filter.
crazy about the hairstyle.
Yeah, the whole thing's a mess. That's all good though. It's not his fault.
It's like a twink / Hitler youth kind of look there.
yeah,
You went there, huh?
yeah. He's
Well,
on the
just,
Riddler.
That's kind of a weird take.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it to his face. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's
He's
a weird
big.
one.
6'3", he's tall.
Yeah.
Should we wait for the fan?
It's not too bad.
I like the card. I think Roofy gets it done. I think he gets it done inside of 1. I think he's able to finish him
Really?
in 1,
You think
maybe or early round 2. I think the speed, the elusiveness, the power. I think he's gonna be able to touch him too many times where Chandler's gonna get caught.
I think Chandler gets it done.
Really?
I do.
Oh, boy.
I'm hoping he does.
Really?
How about O'Malley and Zahabi?
It's a great
Is
matchup
this-
for O'Malley.
You know he's not gonna sleep with you, right? Because you're voting for him right now.
I know, dude. I know.
I gotta bust your balls,
Yeah.
brother. I gotta.
With Sugar Sean and Zahabi, it's just even the Zahabi's like on, he's on a streak, but stylistically, it's like a perfect matchup for Sugar.
It is.
He's gonna light him up.
It is.
He's gonna light him up.
I think the speed, the elusiveness, I
Yeah.
think is going to be too much. Zahabi's too old. What's Zahabi? 36, 37, I think right
Yeah,
now?
flat-footed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with you on that.
It's a
But
good fight for Sugar.
Zahabi finds ways to win, man.
True.
You know?
I mean, but if you look at the fights like against Jose Aldo,
38.
against Jose Aldo, didn't blow your doors away. You're like,
No.
that was weird. And then Cheeto was a split decision. It's
Yeah.
like, man.
Yeah. No, I would agree with you. I would agree. I think the speed, the reach, the range, like all those things, I think O'Malley uses very well.
I also think UFC set it up like, let's get some finishes on this White House card.
Yeah.
Let's
I
do
think
that.
so.
Yeah.
This first fight to me, though, is the sleeper. It really is the sleeper, man. The Diego Lopez and Steve Garcia. Garcia, I think, gets it done.
Agree.
I think he beats Lopez.
Agree.
And I think Garcia's just that guy, man.
Really?
He's a dog. I love watching
It's
him
the
fight.
first fight of the night for a reason.
Yes.
People are
Yeah,
like, holy
he's a
shit,
dog.
you see this White House
Yeah.
card? Because those boys are going to be going.
Let's talk a little bit different, though, about Conor McGregor's return. Is he going to look as bad as Nate Diaz did?
Nope.
He needs to
don't
look
think
good.
so.
Guarantee he looks better than Nate.
Well, I mean, that's
He's not taking that kind of damage.
that's not saying
That's not saying much, yeah.
That's not saying much, brother.
He hasn't taken a lot of damage
Nate or
to his
Conor?
head.
Who,
Yeah,
Conor?
to his head.
No, he hasn't. I mean,
Just the cocaine.
Well, there's some extracurricular.
Here's the issues. You're out 5 years, hasn't won a fight in 7 years, coming off a horrible leg injury. Anybody that's come back to the UFC after that leg injury lost their 2 fights in a row.
yeah.
So you're dealing with some different elements.
You are.
So
is-
I'm hoping it's good for business. I love me some Conor.
Yeah.
You know,
It would
some
be
guys,
great if he can win, because then I think they do. If Ilia wins, they do Ilia Conor. That's what I think happens after this. If he were to win, I bet you they don't announce anything with Ilia. If he knocks out Justin, they don't announce anything. They wait to see how Conor looks, because that's what they would do next.
Interesting.
yeah.
I would love to see that fight. I'd like to see Conor and Ilia more so than Islam and Ilia.
You'd like to see Conor and
In Ilia more than I would want to
oh
see.
yeah, that's why. Like, originally, I was like, man, I could if Conor wins, if he stays at 70, they're gonna give him Islam. But when you think about it, it's like that's just a sacrificial lamb, man. You can't do it.
I'm going to throw this out here because I'm hearing this a little bit. I could see Chandler's not out of it completely. If
No,
if
dude,
he
that's what I
wins this
said.
fight,
If Chandler wins, Conor loses. That's in December.
I think they end up
yes.
fighting.
Really?
Yep. Agree 100%.
You said
They end
that
up
too.
fighting.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they owe it to Chandler. But if Chandler were to win and if Conor loses, that would set that up.
Yeah.
There's something about
He's-
Conor there's something about him, the way he rises to the occasion. It's like Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz was out for so long, and then who did he fight? He looked like he was just amazing.
Mizugaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah, he
Asian
just
fellow.
looked amazing.
Yeah, he came back
He
and-
came back, and you're like, dude, you've been out for so long. Some guys like Conor, if there's anybody who can do it and surprise you, but he's also 38. He's been rich for a long time. It's
What
different.
I like about what Connor's done for this is that he's disappeared. We haven't seen him on social
Agree.
media.
Agree. We haven't seen much.
Him
I
we
know.
haven't seen him on yachts.
I know.
Yeah.
He's taking
having
it serious.
cocktails.
I agree.
So whenever he went away for a little bit and I think
Found
there's
Jesus.
speculation, yeah, Jesus and,
Found
and
Jesus.
rehab.
Yeah.
But he found those two
Well,
things and
whatever.
then he came back, got married.
Yep.
Life is settled.
Yeah.
This is a huge payday. Obviously, he's extremely happy. Poetan talked about his new contract under the Paramount deal.
Right.
Like, these guys are going to get paid.
They're getting
If
paid.
you are this guy, which Conor McGregor is this guy, he's going to get fucking paid.
Yeah.
And so I think he's going to make somewhere in that $25 to $30 million range.
Yep.
I think for this fight,
Yep.
his comeback. And then they'll probably renegotiate after, or they probably have something in paper going like, hey, we'll have a conversation.
Well, because
right here.
Conor told me, he's like, I'll take this fight. I'll do it on our fight week, but you have to fight me before the end of the year. So
Yeah.
because he only has 2 fights left on his
Yeah.
contract.
So that he can do what?
Now, we say he has 2 fights, but I think the new contract extended him. There's no way they redid his contract without extending him for more fights. There's no
You're
way.
typically right. The word is he only has 2 fights. I agree because
There's no way they're taking
I'm
a
with
chance
you.
he
UFC
leaves.
doesn't fuck with that because they don't want him to jump over to Netflix and do the Nate fight, the trilogy.
No.
So they can do that? They lock you up like that?
I think
Poatan signed a 10-fight deal.
the Nate fight is gone. That fight,
So gone.
I think
That ship is
fight's
sailed.
gone. Like
With Nate's performance, I think we're all set.
Yeah, the
dude.
butts and seats are in the UFC. Like
Nate's done.
we want to see him fight in the UFC. Connor, the money's in the UFC. Like I
I
don't really
think
want
the
to see
money
him
for
fight.
Connor would be at Netflix. It'd be
Who
a
though?
Netflix.
To fight who?
Nate.
Ugh.
That's what
even if it wasn't Nate, look, can you imagine Mike Perry and Connor?
huge.
It would. I think it would do bigger numbers than Nate. And
Oh yeah.
given Perry's performance,
Yeah.
the way he made it look, and the way we know he's not going to wrestle. We know he's not going to try to hit a submission. We know he's going to stand right in front of Connor, and they're just going to bang.
But the
it out.
UFC knows that. The UFC knows if they let Connor out, now this new brass, I don't know if they give a fuck, but if they let Connor out, he's jumping straight to Netflix. But Netflix isn't a threat.
Yeah.
When's their next fight? No
Oh, I
fucking
do.
clue.
Yeah.
So
Sometime they said November. I
it's a
think is what it
spectacle.
was.
So UFC's like, yeah, they're like one-offs.
Yeah.
We're not even the same
No,
competition.
it's not the
right?
same thing, and that's okay. I actually prefer it that way.
Me too. I think it's good.
I prefer it that way.
Yeah,
I
there's a
prefer
lane
that we
for it.
have something that
Is different.
That gets me amped up. If we do 1 1/4, where I'm pumped for like a huge fight.
Yeah, where it's
one-
like a huge spectacle once
Yeah.
a quarter. I'm all about it.
Sign me
man.
up.
I think it's the only way to do it.
Yeah, sign me
You're not
up.
going to create a league like the UFC and compete with them.
No, but I think
Your boy Coker's.
no, he's not. He's not creating a league to compete with the UFC. He's creating a league that he wants to do that's going to be better. And I wouldn't say better than the UFC. It's going to be different than the UFC. Different than the UFC.
See, when you say better than the UFC,
No,
now we're
I
talking
didn't
about
say that. No,
competition.
I know. It's to me, it's going to be something completely different.
He's your new tournament style, yeah?
No, he's going to have a tournament, but it's going to be one weight class for the year. It's going to take time to do it throughout the year. Very similar to how they did the heavyweight
Strikeforce?
Grand Prix, Strikeforce, and then
Which I love.
how they did Rory McDonald and Douglas Lima, how they
Yeah.
did Patricio Pitbull and AJ McKee. That tournament is going to take a whole year.
Don't think it's just tough to do that without big names for people to follow
is
along,
true.
right?
That's
but
something
if
that
anyone's
works
going to
out.
do it, it's going to be Coker.
Yeah, but they've got to work that out.
Yeah, agree.
That's part of the game plan.
Agree.
Right? Like, look, first off, I'm the last person that's going to underestimate Scott Coker.
Agree 100%.
I'm the last
Underestimate
person.
who?
Don't underestimate
Coker.
Scott Coker. Don't come to me.
He's great.
Don't come to me talking shit about Coker.
Me
Don't come
neither.
to me.
Yeah, I
Don't
love
come to me
Coker.
talking about how he can't get it done. I'm sorry, but he had 2 companies that he built up stars in those companies, and what he's done is he built them from the ground up.
Correct.
No one knew who the hell AJ McKee was. He had no fights, and now everyone knows who AJ McKee is. Scott Coker built that.
Yeah, well, he also found Ronda.
Yeah, Ronda had no fights, correct?
Yeah,
no
no
fights. So there were fighters in there that had no. Daniel Cormier, no. Well, no, Daniel had fights.
Yeah, but it wasn't
different.
like a big name.
No,
So you got DC, you got Luke Rockhold.
Yeah.
Think about all the guys he built.
Yeah. I heard Amanda Nunes didn't have any fights either when
Yeah.
he brought her on. So
It's-
there's fighters.
Wow.
I'm just simply saying.
For talent, he's the best.
Luke Rockhold had no fights. Like these are guys that he built from the ground up. And these guys went on to become UFC stars or champions, and he did a great job.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to underestimate him.
I would
let's
never.
not sit here and say that it's going to happen in 2 or 3 years. It's not going to happen in 2 or 3 years.
You can't.
It's going to look. Strikeforce started in 2006. Didn't start gaining ground until 2008, 2009, 2010. Actually, 2009, 2010 is when it catapulted
was
into the
booming.
next,
Yeah, it's
it started booming. And then Coker got basically railroaded by the people that invested into the company, right? They sold it from behind them because they were trying to get an NBA team into San Jose.
Yep.
It just was one of those things where if had they stayed on board, they would be a legit competitor to the UFC.
Big boy,
UFC
yeah.
was worldwide. They were doing shows outside,
UFC was great.
and
It's
Strikeforce
different.
was North America.
I'm saying Strikeforce was great.
But Strikeforce was fantastic, right?
it was good.
I think after that year,
And they had the CBS
settled.
deal.
Yes. Yep. But then the whole Mayhem Miller thing messed it all up.
Yep.
But I honestly believe, had they stayed the course, I believe companies like Showtime and I believe companies like CBS would probably still be doing business.
Agree.
You know, it wouldn't have been sold off to Larry and David
wouldn't be so
Ellison.
fractured,
It wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't be so fractured the way it is. I would
How long were
agree.
you at AKA?
Jeez, 98.
No shit.
Yeah, 98.
Do you keep in touch with John Fitch?
Yeah. He lives in Indiana now.
He does?
Yep.
Moved
What's
to
he doing?
Indiana from
Yeah,
San Jose.
yeah. He's remarried. I believe he's remarried, but he had another baby, and he's got 3 kids now. He's got 2 that live in California. And he's got 1 that lives with him in Indiana. And he's doing. He's running like coaching. He's coaching a high school team out there.
Great. That's
you know,
cool.
and I think in Garland, Indiana.
Hey, hold on. Hey, John, get a little. He hasn't been missing any meals. I mean,
He's living the good life.
Hey,
Happily
John.
retired.
like,
He's a
what's
good
going on
dude.
over
He
there?
can't wait for
He's a good-
great guy.
He probably said, fuck
John
it.
Fitcher's a great guy.
I like John a
man.
lot.
Hell of a fighter, too.
Oh, yeah.
So he built this, I guess. Apparently, it's like at his
That's
house.
a cool gym. Yeah.
There. Yeah. His family's all from there, so they're all
Oh,
like
they are?
Oh, that makes
about
sense.
30 minutes away from him now. I
Good,
think,
good,
is
good.
from what I understand. And yeah, good on him. That was back in the day.
That's it. He's got some good hair.
Oh man,
B, let's take a little break here, man, because you know if we need car parts, the Firing Kid, we stop one place only.
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. They're in the business of keeping your car on the freaking road. O'Reilly Auto Parts offers friendly, helpful service and parts knowledge you'll need for all your maintenance and repairs. Whatever you're looking for, they got for you, man. So whether you're a car expert or a rookie, you'll find the employees at O'Reilly Auto Parts are knowledgeable, helpful, best of all, super friendly. Professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts are your one-stop shop for all things auto do-it-yourself. You can find what you need in-store or online. They're hands down the best. There's one right up the street. I'm always there. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today. Visit them at O'ReillyAuto.com/fighter. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/fighter. O'Reilly.
You're listening to this podcast, you know you got a curious mind. Come on. Here's a helpful fact you might not yet know. Drivers who switch to save with Progressive save over $900 on average. And they make it super simple. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with coverage options tailored to your choices. Plus, you'll see which discounts you may qualify for, like the online quote discount or savings for paying in full. In fact, 99% of Progressive Auto customers earn at least one discount. See if you save when you switch to Progressive. You'll feel good about making a savvy choice. Visit Progressive.com. See if you can enjoy a little extra cash back.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates, national average 12-month savings of $946, and by new customers surveyed who saved Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary. Progressive.
At first, I didn't think it was real. I woke up to this blinding light, and I was transported to another place. Pluto TV. Then I heard a voice.
Come with me if you want to live.
There were thousands of movies and shows, and they were all free.
Truth is our secret.
It's just so beautiful.
On Pluto TV, free streaming of Terminator 2, Fringe, Arrow, The 100, and The X-Files may cause excitement, loss of sleep, and sudden belief in extraterrestrials. No credit cards or alien encounters necessary. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
His son is 10 years old. He's 115 pounds.
Yeah, he's huge. But my 6-year-old's playing. He's like just a speedster, so he's playing tackle. His 3 coaches are all former All-Pro NFL players.
That's funny you say
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Monsters.
So
I saw his coach stuff. I'm like, hold the fuck up.
same. Our coaches.
I'm like, Derek Johnson? I'm like, how do I know that name? I'm like, oh, I played against him at the Derek Johnson?
Yeah.
And then the other one, Charles, who's a running back for the Chiefs. I'm like, oh my, both of them were All-Pro. I go, Bosty. Those guys are fucking studs, dude. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, you're at 6, dude? That's your coach?
That's nuts.
Jamal
That's
Charles?
serious.
Jamal Charles.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
Brother, I got to come down. I'm a Chiefs fan.
Oh, really?
I've been a Chiefs fan since I was 6 years old.
Yeah, yeah. Him
I
and
had to
That's
come down and
so
just
crazy.
to shake his hand and be like, bro,
him
you're
and Derek
fucking-
Johnson.
He is, to me, fucking the greatest.
So good.
He's so damn good. He was.
Yeah.
I'm biased,
And he's
but
coaching
he's one
your
of the best
son?
running backs
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, Bossy's 6-year-old team.
Like, we have the same thing going on up there, too. We got the guys that played in the league. They were all pro, whatever.
just love the game.
The thing is, and especially in Lake Travis, like the Rough Hollow area, it's all former pro athletes.
And it's all
All of them.
so they're kids and stuff.
There's their kids, and then they want to coach their kids.
Yeah.
So it's like all over the place.
Yeah.
Like Bossy's baseball coaches, all former pros.
Yep. There's a baseball player played for the Texas Rangers, I believe. Like went to the World Series a couple times. Elvis Arubis or something like that.
I mean,
Anyways,
you can't compete in that.
these
The
guys
other
are all
kids in these
yeah,
other
they all
places
run
like Connecticut.
baseball
they're cooked.
programs around here. It's wild.
It's wild. Yeah, the football, baseball here, it's just in Dallas too.
Yeah.
Like we were just in Dallas competing, and Dallas teams are always fucking good. It's like Dallas, Austin, man, just monsters.
God.
Like you go to the Bay Area though, and you'll very rarely see former players.
No,
like
you're not
helping out.
competing. You're not competing with Texas
They're
and
not,
Florida
no.
kids,
Here it's crazy, man.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
cool.
interesting.
especially football.
There you go,
because it's such a
Andros
religion.
Elvis. I played golf with him at an event, and him and his brother have a really good like little club that they run.
That's cool.
Up there in Melissa,
Let me
Texas.
guess, he's athletic.
this dude can, like, he has no control where the golf ball goes, but man,
when
he'll
he
hit it
hits
like,
it,
he'll hit it
yeah.
like 400 yards. Like, damn.
Yeah.
It's like, it's in like someone's house, but.
Because you moved to Texas way, I mean.
This will be 3 years. July 2nd will be 3 years. Yep.
You guys are glad you did it?
100%. And I was just talking to him. I said, like, it took me 2 years to be like, hey, okay, I'm good.
Like, this was a good choice?
Yes, it took me 2 years. Whereas my wife was like, I tried to convince her after about a year. I'm like, maybe we should go back. Like, I've got too many things still going on over there that
where you could go back and be
I can go
fine.
back and be fine. Plus, we still own our houses there.
Yeah.
And she's like, no,
She loves it here.
she's not going back. My wife's Chinese, so it's not like as if like there's a huge Chinese market of people, you know, where we live in Prosper. Like, she's,
And she's
so
experienced a tad bit of racism.
no, it actually is not
fine
bad.
with it.
It's not bad where we're at. It's just the like the
Yeah,
thing
there's
is-
just not that many Chinese people.
And so
Correct me
she's
if I'm
comfortable.
wrong. Chinese are the
What's that?
toughest people on the planet in some ways.
Chinese are the toughest people.
Yeah.
She's just
The
fine with
culture.
it, and her whole she's very close with her family. Like, they FaceTime every day. Like, it's
They're all in NorCal?
They're all in North Cal.
She's gangster.
Yeah,
well,
so
similar
she-
to my wife. Yeah, and what's weird is like my wife had friends, but in LA, that's like me and Bryan. You know, we were the mayors of that fucking
Yeah.
town. We had so many friends.
Oh, yeah.
We come here, you know. I have the baseball guy. Like
Hey, guys.
I have my
You got Jamal Charles. You
I have my
got
Hello, hello,
I have my sons like coaches, and I coach with, and then
Yeah.
those dads. But I know a few. It's getting better now, dude. She has so many friends now.
Your wife?
Oh my dude, it's like the
Yeah.
best move for her. It's the best movie we ever made.
Yeah.
For her and the kids, I mean, it's fucking.
Is it just because the community you went into?
Yeah, like they're all just rallied around her. And
We
she
made
has
the mistake of
so-
living where we live.
You fucked up.
Yeah, it's too isolated.
Where do you live? The Hill.
You ever been to Oklahoma?
West Austin. I'm in the woods. We're in a small.
on the border of
gated
Arkansas?
community. Yeah, we're just in a small gated community with nothing around us.
But there's like 8 houses, right?
I
It's
gotta,
like
I gotta get
community.
the fuck out of there.
Where we're at, dude. It's
I'm telling
wild,
you.
but-
So we looked in Steiner
gotta
Ranch.
get out
When
of
we were
there.
looking at
Steiner Ranch is
2020.
cool.
Steiner Ranch is nice. We were looking at the community where the golf course is for University of Texas. That place is amazing. We were very close to moving there. That was like my spot. I wanted to live there, or there's a place called The Hills, which is
yeah.
another golf course
Yeah,
community.
yeah.
We lived in. We moved.
All good places.
We put a couple offers in on houses there. It was during 2020, so we got outbid by like $200,000.
Yeah.
We
Wild
came
time
in
to move.
$200,000 over, and they outbid us by $200,000.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, holy
Wild
shit.
time.
Oh yeah.
So it was a weird time, and then we just kind of got a little frustrated. We started looking in Cedar Park, started looking in
Cedar Park's cool.
you know, Round Rock and
Yep,
those areas.
yep.
We liked kind of the areas, but I was more leaning towards this area, Lakeway.
Yeah.
Lakeway. That's where I live.
Yeah, so Lakeway. We looked in Lakeway. Lakeway was kind of like my spot of like, hey, this is good for the kids. 100% good.
Good.
for the
It's
kids.
good. It is. It's good
Yeah,
for the kids.
the Steiner Ranch in the Hills. The Hills is older.
Yeah.
Like kids are in high school or
Yeah.
they're in college.
Lakeway's
Parents
like
are waiting.
Kid Central, Sport
Yes.
Central, like
Yep.
the rec team. Like it's just
Yeah.
Really?
So we were leaning towards Lakeway on that side. So like we understood that was kind of the spot for us, and we were going to bring the kids. Was going to be Lakeway.
And then you decide why Dallas?
We decided on Dallas because honestly, like we got triple the house for the same price.
Did you ever look in Fort Worth? I love Fort Worth. Too much.
Yeah, it's just too off to the
Yeah,
side.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Is it?
Plus, we a couple of my members from my gyms that I had in California, they moved to that Prosper Frisco area. Rich Chow lives in Frisco, which by the way he says hi.
I love Rich.
So Rich Chow lives in
We were
Frisco.
just texting like 2 weeks ago.
I convinced him to move to Texas. And his wife was like, oh, I don't know. And then they came and looked at houses. And before they left, they were like, we've already put a couple offers in. So they left. They came and looked at houses. They already put 2 offers in on some houses. They ended up
cool.
in the one they're in now. And he moved here a whole year before I did.
Damn, gangster.
Even though I'm the one that
Isn't it
convinced
weird
him.
at our age moving?
I know.
It is.
Isn't it weird? And then I'm like, like 3 months, I'm like, am I ever going to learn these fucking roads? Like LA, I didn't need to use my maps. Never.
Yeah.
Right.
I could get anywhere, 405, 101,
a life of
downtown,
doing it.
Sunset. Yeah, I knew everything.
Yeah.
Then here it's like, all right, I got to find a Starbucks. I'm
Yeah.
like, drive and
I
look at the
know.
maps.
Are
I'm
you
like, well,
far- how far away are you from the nearest town center supermarket?
Close.
You're close.
Yeah, close.
Yeah, Lakeview's what? 5 minutes from here?
Yeah,
10 minutes from
close.
here? Yeah, 10 minutes from Where are you? You're 30 minutes?
No,
An
I'm
hour.
20 minutes from
20 minutes from here?
22 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, have you thought about relocating?
Yeah, but I bought my house.
20 minutes. My dick, dude. You're not 20 minutes.
Hold on.
There's no way 20 minutes.
No,
when there was like an ice storm here, I had to pick him up in one of my trucks or my Jeep. So I was like, yeah, just send me your address. I figure, I've never been to his house. So it's weird how well you know. I've never been to his house. He's never been to mine. So I'm gonna come pick you up, man, because Tesla can't go in the fucking snow. So I go to pick him up. I mean, it took
22 minutes.
All right.
But you were also in the snow, but it's a pain in the ass 22 minutes because it's
like this.
It's this
Oh,
shit.
buddy. He's
So it's
in
like
this.
it's a nightmare. So I'm like,
It's 22 minutes
bad.
at 35 miles an hour. Yeah, 45 miles an hour, 22 minutes.
yeah. So
feels long.
if I could just fly over that lake, that little fucking
it'd be
river,
6 minutes.
right? But like I got to go
Well,
around.
that's Austin in general. Like, you gotta get around the lakes. Like,
Fuck
everything's
off.
around.
Yeah.
And how old are your kiddos?
So 11 and 7.
So moving, it wasn't like that age. They're still cool. Like, they don't have like my friend, my kiddos had their friends. Basti was, he's 5 when we left, so it's whatever to him. Basti had his crew, like his team there. But when we came here, I was so worried they wouldn't fit in. But buddy,
So
right away,
it was hard for my son. My daughter's fly by the seat of her pants. Doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, she don't care about she's like, whatever. Make friends wherever I go. She'll talk to adults. Doesn't care. My son struggled because when we moved here that first year in 2023, it was like 114 degrees. So like no one was outside during the day. And so we moved here a month earlier before school started, so we get acclimated, try to meet friends in the community, go to the community. Like, we have a pool in our backyard, but we have like a lazy river clubhouse.
Yeah.
We have a clubhouse in our community, right? So it's got like tennis, pickleball courts, lazy river, diving boards.
kids
It's
aren't
got
outside.
everything, yeah. But the kids were not there. He's like, why is no
hot.
one here? He's like, it's too hot. And then the lifeguards are
It's
like, yeah,
so
it's hot. So we noticed though, at 8 o'clock at night, the fucking basketball courts, the tennis courts,
Kids
the
are coming
pickleball
out.
courts, the pool,
Packed.
everything was packed.
Oh, that's cool.
At 8 o'clock at night.
That's cool.
wow.
And so that he started making a couple friends.
Adjustments.
But then school started, because it was so hot, the heat index doesn't allow them to go outside. Well, boys, that's how they make friends.
Yeah.
They're like,
Recess.
look, we compare each other. Basically, the hierarchy is established by,
right. Athletics.
hey, who's better at pickleball? Who's
Yeah.
better at basketball? Who's better at running? Like, that's how you establish your high. And they didn't go outside for the first month of school.
Damn.
And he just came home, and I told my wife, I go, hey, if this doesn't change, we're moving back.
Yeah.
I can't watch my son come home depressed.
Hell no.
I'm not doing
There's
this.
no way
I
I
don't
could
give a
do it.
shit.
Yeah.
And I was looking for a way to go back anyways. Like, kind of in that
You
first
sad,
month.
buddy? Let's get out of here.
Yeah, and I was
He's
like,
I'm
but then-
good. No, I can
No,
see
no.
it. Let's
Yeah, I
go
can
ahead and
see
pack
that.
up.
My 4-year-old's so funny. My wife couldn't handle it, but he was trying to make friends with the older kids.
Yeah.
And they were like this. They were going, hey, leave us alone. Like, you got your little Spider-Man thing. He was holding on to a Spider-Man
Yeah.
thing, and they're making fun of him. But my fucking 4-year-old wouldn't let up. They were like, let's go over here. My son go, yeah, let's go over here. And pretty soon they were like, fuck it. This little fucking fun. I'm 7. This 4-year-old won't leave me alone.
Oh, man.
Yeah, though. I mean, it gets hot. Don't get it wrong. I'm just different. I like the humidity.
I don't mind it.
I like
You
the
do?
heat. I love it.
It's a little too hot in Texas.
Not
let's
me,
be
dude.
honest.
How about this? My 6-year-old, he's around me, so he's gonna throw out some cuss words. He's playing yesterday. It's 11.
All 6-year-olds throw out cuss
Bro,
words.
we
What?
played yesterday. It's hot, man. I'm a coach, and even I'm like, buddy, it's toasty. I need a fucking Slurpee or something. And the kids are kind of dragging ass, right?
Yeah.
And so I turn around and I go, come on, boys. Come on, man. Let's get it going. It's hot for everybody. Who gives a shit? And I look at Bossy, are you hot? And he goes, yeah, who gives a shit? I'm like, that's the ticket, dude. That's
but
the fucking
Who
ticket.
gives a shit?
You guys get humidity here more so in Austin than we do in
Crazy.
Dallas area.
Crazy.
And
It's
then
not
Houston's the worst. I heard.
yes, it is. Yeah.
Houston-
Well,
stuff.
Dallas is pretty fucking hot.
It's hot, but it's
a
more.
dry
It
hot.
can be a dry hot. But this last 3 weeks,
Yeah.
it's been so humid where I'm at. I'm like walking outside, going, "This is
Hard to
ridiculous."
breathe.
Man,
The
I
last
love
3
the
years,
humidity. My body I feel
I
good
do
in it.
too until
my
it
legs,
gets
my
these-
knees will hurt kind of.
100.
until you got to go run, and then trying to breathe in that thick
Yeah.
air. You're like, I try to run every morning, and I'm like 3 miles in, and going like, okay, it's a little bit more difficult at my old age.
Yeah. Chin, what do you got?
Oh, real quick, does Keto George still work for you?
No. No, I love keto. I love keto. We just, like I
best.
said, when John left, we took a hit. I kept him on as long as I could.
Budget cuts.
Yeah,
I
pretty
get it, brother.
much, you know.
I did it. We run lean and mean here too.
Yeah, yeah.
The
So-
business changed.
I mean, a lot of what I do now, because it's all talked about fights, is I can do it myself now, run it through my own, and then I do have my producer he's more kind of on call, and we have an establishment, and we have established exactly what he does, so then it's all kind of inked out. This is what you do every month, and you just keep it, and it's a flat fee, so, those
Keto's
kind of
doing
things.
good, I'm sure.
He moved back to Indiana? Illinois.
Chicago.
Illinois, yeah.
Yeah,
Outside
Illinois,
Chicago, yeah.
Yeah, so he moved back there and is getting established over there. Try to keep in touch with him and stuff. Once,
Such a good dude.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah.
I love Keto, man.
Sweetheart.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
The best.
So, and then he helps out a lot, like with kids, and he's working
Yeah.
with like younger
dude.
kids, and he's doing
Heart
a
of
great
gold.
job.
Yeah, I
So,
love KG.
I love Keto. But yeah, it was one of those situations where
I
like,
get it.
yeah, tough.
I get it,
was
brother.
tough. So,
What do you got, Chin?
Oh yeah. So actually, I was texting with Nick Davis, Theo's producer, our producer for a while. He said that everywhere he's looking, apparently it's not the UFC 250 Freedom card is not going to be on CBS. It's not guaranteed, but even the UFC, like everyone's saying, it's not there. And even like someone that asked their PR team, they said that it's just straight up Paramount.
They're just trying to get full subs on Paramount,
Yeah.
which is interesting because I guess they don't give a shit. They're like,
But it's
we
not
just want-
guaranteed, though.
We just want as many subscriptions as we can. This fight card would do it.
Yeah.
If you're trying to do Super Bowl numbers, it has to be on CBS.
Yeah,
I do Super
that
Bowl
would do numbers. Yeah.
I don't. If it's only on Paramount, I don't think it goes more than the 17 million.
No, agree. If
don't
it's
think
just
so.
on Paramount, there's no way.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Hold on. The darkest thing.
Oh, I sent this to Chin.
Yeah.
Dude, so did you watch the MJ
No,
documentary?
I didn't.
Dude, I went down the MJ.
Worth it?
Oh, yeah. Definitely worth
MJ
it.
documentary.
Yeah. No,
The verdict.
Yeah, so the verdict, but there was a deep dive years ago on MJ, how he got fucked over him because he had the Masters and all this stuff. And that now more stuff's I don't know who, just for the record, I don't know who to fucking believe. I don't know who to believe, but play this, Jen. But again, I feel like, how would, I'm not,
My thing is, if an adult has boys sleeping in his bed,
That's
I'm gonna.
very
If I
odd.
found out, I'd be like, "What are you fucking talking about?"
Yeah, very
What are you talking?
play this, Jen.
Very strange.
A month. And it just kind of lobs off what happened after 1987. They had signed a bunch of non-disclosure agreements.
Can you
with
rewind it, Jen, or is
accusers,
this-
which barred
that-
not only the accuser from speaking, but the Michael Jackson estate.
I just covered this same type thing with Kanika.
There was a search warrant for his home. They went into his
is
home
true.
and in a locked box in his bedroom found 2 books from the NAMBLA.
Oh my God.
Those are facts that are really tough to deal with.
You've been doing a deep dive on Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, that new biopic has earned almost $1 billion in a month.
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about.
There's
What
a
biopic?
huge movie out right now called Michael, and it's been put out by the Jackson estate. And it stars his nephew, Jafar Jackson, the son of Jermaine, Michael's older brother, as Michael, and he's amazing. He looks just like him, only better looking. And he's got the dance moves, and he practiced the voice, and he sounds just like him. And there's a familial connection, so it sells, mannerisms and so on. They're there in a subtle way. And all it does is chronicle the rise of Michael Jackson from childhood to 1987, which is 6 years before the first child molestation scandal. So it's sort of clean. You can enjoy this great American success story the way you could enjoy a story about Steve Jobs or, Bob Dylan. And it just kind of lobs off what happened after 1987, which would include multiple people accusing him
Wow.
of child molestation.
You must.
Well, that new bio.
But so the NAMBLA, that's the main thing, right?
That's
American Man Boy Lover Association.
Yes, yes.
So
Yeah.
to me, it's like.
But can you
I'm
make sure that
sorry.
was found in there? Because that's been out for, that was in, 93 when they got a warrant to go
It was
into
in
his
a
home?
locked box. If that's a matter of public record or police
But wouldn't we know
record-
that before? Because there's so many more people arguing that MJ was, they were like, well, he settled, he's guilty. He's like, no, people settle because they don't want to get dragged through the courts and just keep paying. It's cheaper to settle.
Okay, so
There's no credible evidence.
Was that AI that we were watching or something?
No, that was real.
Okay.
No, I listened to
That's
the interview
Megyn
on
Kelly, right?
Sean
Yeah,
Ryan.
Sean
Sean
Ryan.
You guys
Ryan,
can
yeah.
see several books
Is
containing
Sean Ryan here in
photographs.
tech? In
By the
Austin?
way,
I don't know. He's
hold
I think
on.
he
What
was in
is
Austin.
true is that during searches of his
Nashville. Maybe he's in
properties, what is true during searches of investigators seized several books containing photographs of nude or semi-nude boys, including Boys Will Be Boys, The Boy, a photographic essay, and In Search of Young Beauty. These books became a significant point of controversy and were discussed during Jackson's 2005 trial. Wow. Guys, I'm sorry, but again, like, you're into boys if you've got pictures of naked boys. I mean,
it's all, if all indicators, I mean, as a dad, I mean, Jesus Christ, but all indicators point at probably touch some kids.
Yeah.
But there's so many arguments that he didn't. There's so many people, but
he had, okay. Okay, watch this.
You know what? You know what this is?
Watch it.
This is like when you were arguing Ciryl Gane not being a cheater, poking the eyes. I'm arguing for Michael Jackson touching kids,
and
you know what? I'm fucking up.
I got to bring you back to end time. Yeah.
There's just a lot. But there's a lot of people coming.
Sure is. He was a great singer, and when he was singing and dancing, there was no touching of boys. Now here's the thing: I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
Wait, is this your argument? Is that he never touched a boy?
My argument is he did.
Oh, okay.
My argument is this guy was a pedophile.
Okay, keep scrolling down for me, Chin.
Let's go through this. You know a lot about this. I don't. I'm going to ask some questions, simple, innocent questions. Sir, did he have any boys, and when I say boys, I mean boys under 11 years old, sleep in his bed, sleep over in his bed?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
How many would you say?
A ton.
A ton.
A ton.
Good, sir.
Good amount.
Were there pictures found in a locked box of naked or semi-naked boys, one entitled Young Beauty?
Yes.
Okay. He's a pedophile. Pedophile.
I know, right?
None of the kids are lying and none of the families are lying. We're done here.
Yes, but some of the families are lying. That's what this is what you know. You know,
Bill Burr said if he touched kids, we still got to come to terms with the fact that he wrote Thriller. I get it.
I know
he was insanely talented.
You know where it gets murky is some of the parents. There's just a cash grab. Mm-hmm. So like you touched my son, and Michael's like, dude, I'm not going to go through this in court. They can be
that too.
So that's where it gets fucked up.
Two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah, because you can like his music and still think he's a pedophile.
Absolutely.
Facts.
You can like his music.
I like OJ as a running back.
Yeah, he's still a murderer.
Don't want him married to my
great
daughter.
Athlete.
Don't want him married to my
I still love watching him run. I like highlight reels of OJ. Yeah. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. There are plenty of ghastly
come a long way.
People.
From the Fox days to now what she's doing,
she's
her
great.
content.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's come a long way.
She's a looker.
Hold on.
Megan
Go back
Kelly.
to that thing.
She's a looker.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I also sent this, Chin. I wanted your take on this. Oh, and remind me to ask Bryan and Josh the take on Strickland stuff.
Okay.
Rumor has it that on June 18, 2026, the world is going to be told that we are not alone on this planet. Several former CIA and NASA employees have stated that the world as we know it is about to change. What are your thoughts?
We're not alone now on the planet, or we just never have been in this universe?
They're saying that the government's known that we haven't been alone, that there's aliens and we've had contact with aliens. And they're going to tell the world, they're going to tell Americans, I don't know about the world, I don't know if they're going to do it in like Saudi Arabia, but they're going to tell Americans on the 18th.
Are you under the illusion that we are alone?
I would like some proof.
I think
hey, Josh, I like the way you're like, Josh is like, hold on. You guys under the illusion that there are no aliens? I'm like, hey, bro. Yeah, I'm not.
Are you really?
I've never seen an alien.
I've never seen any evidence.
Wouldn't it be dope if the government was like, listen up, y'all. We've been communicating with an alien for the last 30 years.
Yeah. There's
so that's why you fucked up our world?
But I would like to see some evidence. And
like
until I see evidence,
like a dead
just
body,
anything
like
measurable, anything
Just
measurable.
wait till the 18th.
Anything measurable.
Will it really be released? That's the question. Just like in 2012, right?
Why would
the world
they
was
know
going
it,
to come
but
to an end.
we don't know it though? Why would they know about it and we don't know about it?
Well, the government knows a lot that we don't, right?
For
multiple reasons. Does it not shake your faith if you know there's aliens out there?
No,
not
really.
It would shake mine a little bit if like we've had contact with them in the last like say 30 days.
Nobody in the CIA, guys. Nobody in the CIA or the government is trying to hold on to the Judeo-Christian ethic as the glue to this society. I mean, like there's no keeper
I'm not
of
saying
the
that's
faith.
I'm not saying that's why they're not doing it.
I mean, for me, I guess it would.
I think the government keeps a lot of secrets.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure. They have to. That's why there's classified information.
Yeah, I just don't think. I think that they have certain technologies that might look alien.
But
I think we
have
technologies.
If they announce that we are not alone, and I'm going to go with what you're saying on is that it will affect people's religion.
Yeah, I think so.
100%.
You know what it does to me? You know what, so let's say they announce, hey, we've been talking to this alien for the last 60 years. He's awesome. He's actually really cool. I know you guys think they're going to be aggressive. He's actually super chill. My day would not change. I'd go, damn, that's crazy. And I keep it moving. I'd go, makes sense.
But
Like, what are we going to do?
You wouldn't.
What?
Yeah.
What? There's aliens?
Yes.
I'd go, oh, crazy.
You
anyway,
would? You would?
What are we going to do?
What are you going to do?
How does it change?
It shakes up the paradigm of your entire.
No, it
sort of
doesn't.
Your
Nothing changes for you,
reality.
Brian. Nothing changes for you. What changes? How would it affect your life?
I would suggest that we don't know what changes, right? I would say
What would change for you?
we don't know. Like,
No, we do know.
No,
for you personally, if Trump comes out, he's like, all right, there's fucking aliens.
But that's not a reason to not take pause.
Oh no, I would go, damn, that's crazy.
No, but-
all those
but hold-
wackos were
hold on.
right, and I keep it
learning
moving.
about things that have nothing to do with you is an important aspect of life.
Couldn't agree more.
And-
You
and
think they're?
so I
you
don't think the
we're gonna-
criteria is just how does that affect me right now. It will affect you now. Maybe not right now, but there are certain realities.
But all I'm
around.
saying is, people. Let's say June 18th is the date, and
Yeah.
people are counting down.
Yeah. I think this is not true, and I can't wait to see.
Probably not true. Probably not true. So you don't believe in aliens?
Which is so weird to me to think that we are one small little planet. Like
I believe
the
that.
smallest of planets
I believe
in
that,
this universe.
I believe it's inconceivable that we would be alone in that.
100%. There's no way we're alone.
But I think there are aspects to reality that are very hard to grasp. I think there are certain mathematical relationships within the universe that are going to be mind blowing as we learn more. I think that there are certain things that are going on right now on planet Earth that are going to change the way we think about everything. Yamanaka factors, the fact that we're reverse aging cells, and that some of us might be around for way longer than we thought.
Not us.
Yeah,
Maybe the kids.
no, but it's coming coming very quickly. What are we to do with this new form of immortality, or what are we to do with this new
Hey, man.
sort of idea, right? So I think
Aliens? Do you
I would
believe in them?
I would love to live another 100 years.
Just because
I would love it.
Just because I have kids.
but there
I'd
might
would
be
love it.
technologies
That they have?
that feel so advanced that they are alien. Like I think human beings. I always go to this. I always go, what is it about human potential that seems endless, and where is it leading us? So, are there aliens? I have no doubt there's got to be something called life. There's got to be signs
Think
of
there's a
life
creature out there?
Not within our solar system, maybe, but this is such we have trillions of galaxies. It's beyond what you can imagine space.
We can't even comprehend it.
Right.
But also, when you think about aliens, like our view of aliens since we were kids, since you were kids, is Hollywood's
Yeah.
portray of them that they're evil, they're coming to destroy us. What happens if they're super chill and they come down, they're like, hey, you guys have all these issues? We've been through it.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Yes.
And they actually help us. What if
Yes.
they're dope? What if they're
Yes.
cool?
Yes.
Well, I think
There's no
I think
cool
that
movie
their
about
issues-
that.
I think their issues are completely different than ours. I think that every single person's, I think in other planets, they probably don't have the same type of issues that we have. It was who's
I
even
bet
saying
there's
who's
racism.
even saying no? Who's even you think there's racism?
Guarantee it.
I
But
think
purple
humans-
aliens hate the green aliens.
I think
We're all tribal.
I think our biggest threat is
said the
that
green
I
aliens.
really think our biggest threat is that we are going to invent ourselves into extinction. I think
AI.
Yeah, I think AI.
100%.
I
AI
think,
is a bigger threat than aliens.
well, certainly in the short term, in the next 10 years, you could see 50% unemployment.
Do you think that other planets haven't gone through this already?
I don't know.
That's what I'm
Where-
saying.
where
Maybe they
it's-
come down. They're like, "Yo, you guys you guys are in the AI phase. That's cute. This is what you guys need to do so you don't fucking ruin the
Yeah.
planet." That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm being optimistic, or they might just blow us up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they would just take over.
There
That's
is
just-
the idea it can never happen here, and there's that sort of idea that, but there's no doubt that most religions believe in some kind of apocalyptic ending, right? Where the good are
true.
delivered and the bad are
Do you?
damned.
I honestly believe because these religions, I think, are so vested into this that they have somehow worked with our governments to keep this stuff secret. Like, just think about all the money that they make annually. Like
Who?
the Catholic Church, the Christian churches,
It's nothing like what
they make so
Silicon
much
Valley
money
makes.
knowing that there's not aliens out there.
No,
Latter-day
I think
Saints, all that.
that Christianity is
Probably the
is
most
rem-
profitable business.
Christianity
And they don't
stays
pay
strong.
taxes. I think
Christianity
it's all-
stays strong because a large.
Being Catholic,
Catholic.
But
the Vatican, let's
But
be,
but I
come
think
on.
Christianity endures and continues to grow not because of money, but because there are core truths that resonate with who we are as human beings.
What are the core truths?
That there is something called a universal good, that there is something called an eternal good, that good is not just man-made, that there are certain things you can't measure, that, for example, there is a heaven and hell on earth, and if you keep extrapolating in one direction or the next direction, there is. The most important one might just very well be that you'll never see perfection, but you can certainly imagine what perfection is. That's Thomas Aquinas' idea of God. The idea that, yes, you may not ever see somebody as perfect as someone like Christ, whether you believe he's the Messiah or not, but let's just take that he is. You'll never be able to, but you can at least imagine what it is and reach for it.
Which makes you in turn a better person.
Well, what is going on with the fact that there seems to be, when you live according to, let's just take Christ's tenets, without being a Christian, let's just take the tenets of forgiveness, love, turn the other cheek, all these things. There does seem to be something that, fidelity, stay married, family. There does seem to be
staple.
Something,
a blueprint,
something positive in that direction.
A blueprint on how
and
not
something
to be a
when you violate all the wisdoms, when you indulge, when you do whatever your senses tell you to do, that seems to lead to some kind of bankruptcy.
Yep.
Right? So as we get older, we all find ourselves kind of becoming, and whether you know it or not as an American man, you've ingested all the tenets of Judeo-Christian faith, all of it. You did not come up with all these ideas. Slavery's bad? Why? Tell me. Slavery's bad? We all agree slavery's bad? You didn't come up with that, my friend. That had to be argued. And it was argued strongly, primarily among the faithful. It was not argued with the great philosophers. The philosophers couldn't find their way out of human bondage. Socrates, none of them could, but Christianity did.
Hey, it's kind of off the subject.
We're getting deep, but yeah.
Well, no, but I wanted to wait for you on this. So I posted a thing where Sean Strickland got banned. They said he got banned from the White House, right? So Sean announces he got banned from attending the White House. My whole shtick on it was, he said things about trans, gays. He said it across the board.
Yeah.
And Bryce Mitchell said some crazy shit, but then he mentions Israel. And then he gets suspended. And I was like, I just find it strange. Like, that was where they draw the line.
That's not strange.
Well, hold on, but that's why I want to ask you. I don't know, and people are like, you're too stupid to, 100%. I don't know the history of it. I don't know any of that stuff. But why is it so triggering? Like, even the comments, people are so triggered when you bring up Israel and all stuff. Like, even Michael Rappaport makes a good point, and Mike knows I love him. He goes, maybe I'm just spitballing. Maybe it's the collective amount of stuff he said, and they need to look out for the best interest of the event. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But let's say it is Israel was like, hey, dude, all right, we draw the line at Israel. Why, when you mention Israel, is it such a triggering thing?
So
why is that the line?
Historically in this country, Israel was always considered our closest allies in the most volatile part of the world, which was the Middle East. It was volatile for 1,000 reasons, but it was also volatile because there was a lot of resources that we needed it for a long time. But for the most part,
and that's why we protect them, or we're in cahoots with them.
Well, this would be a longer thing, but when you look at the Jewish homeland, the Jewish state of Israel, it came out of the Holocaust, when 6 million Jews were killed, and you had this diaspora that already existed, but now they couldn't go anywhere. When you were a Polish Jew,
real quick, so Israel was their home.
No. So Israel really wasn't their home. The Zionist movement, the idea of we need a homeland, we need to go back to Zion, we need to go back to the home of our ancestors,
which is
the Promised Land. Remember when Moses led the Jews out of Egypt, and they were in the desert for 40 years. He never got to get to the Promised Land. He died, I think, on Mount Moab, I believe, and was looking at the Promised Land. The reason God didn't let him get to the Promised Land is because he punished Moses for not having faith. He hit the rock twice, doesn't matter. But the point is that the Promised Land was the land of the Israelites. And they went on, and that's when the book of Joshua goes on, and we have the story of, but ultimately God turns his back on the Israelites, and basically, they kept fucking up. He'd send the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Egyptians, the Greeks.
So why over time, what I'm trying
to say is that it culminated with 6 million with the Holocaust, with this genocide of the Jews. At the end of it, the entire world was so appalled at what they saw happened in places like Bergen-Belsen, Auschwitz, and all these Polish concentration camps all over in different places. and people like to deny this, but it was such an outrage for the world because we had the video, we had the eyewitness American soldiers.
That's the Nuremberg
There's a lot
trial
you can
and all
see
that.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was the Nuremberg trials.
Yeah.
It was up to that point a systematic crime because World War I and World War II are so horrible. But to see the systematic and efficient way the Germans got rid of that many people, and we also know that the final solution was discussed. This was written by the people in the room. People admitted that. So I can't remember. I just read Inside the Third Reich, a book I read a long time ago.
'Cause they're playing with
he
to
was
get
in the
rid of
room
all
when they
Jews.
were talking about the final solution. The final solution. Initially, they were like, I had this joke, like the moderate Nazis were like, couldn't we just push them out?
Yeah.
And the more conservatives were like, no, they must all die.
Yeah.
But that won the thing. And if you read Mein Kampf, Hitler talked about how every Jew should be hung because he blamed them for the inflation and for destroying
The depression and all that.
So at the end of World War II, Israel was founded in 1948. World War II ended in 1945.
Israel was founded in 1948.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it was 1948. So to be a Jew after a 2,500 year diaspora, after all the pogroms, after the Holocaust, if you're going to tell a Jew that your homeland is Brooklyn, your homeland is Hungary, they would tell you, we tried that. We tried it. And what happens to any marginalized group, talk to the Chechens, talk to the Uyghurs in China, talk to any of these groups that don't have a recognized nation state. This is very important. They always get fucked. Talk to the Rohingya in Burma.
They get mad.
They get fucked up.
So that's
they
why
get
when
killed,
you mention,
they get destroyed.
that's why when you bring up Israel, it's triggering.
It is literally survival. Every threat to a Jew and every threat to Israelis is existential. Remember,
'Cause they
up
know.
until very recently, guys, there were more Jews in New York City than there were in Israel. Let me say that again. Israel the Jews themselves make up 0.2% of the population
You know
of the
that?
world.
0.2%.
0.2%. It's not 1%, it's 0.2%.
They got a lot of control for 0.2%.
Because they're incredibly innovative. Let me go through it for a second. The pill invented by a Jew. I mean,
Tits.
The pill?
fake
Tits.
tits, a Jewish doctor. Yeah, the pill.
birth
The
control.
MRI
like birth
machine.
control.
The
Yeah.
MRI machine invented by a Jewish doctor. Let's leave Christianity, because that was a Jewish invention. Let's leave that to the side. Do you like movies? Because Hollywood was founded by four
No doubt.
Jewish
Do you like
refugees.
interest rates? Jews.
Yeah. But I mean,
no, I'm being serious. The whole
mean,
thing.
I like low ones.
we can go through.
I don't like any.
And I can't wait to get all the people down. You can go through whatever you want to say. They are the most innovative people on the planet. Okay, so part of the reason they have control is because they
created it.
Oh, I'm sorry. The polio vaccine, another example. The pacemakers and defibrillators. Let me just go through one more. Fritz Haber, who figured out a way to take nitrogen and put it into fertilizer, guys. Before that, you had to rely on bird droppings and bat guano.
So whenever you mention Israel, because like my thing is like, come on, Sean said all this crazy shit.
I was going to finish it.
It's
a long
like
way
Sean
of
said
saying
all
it.
this crazy
Yeah.
shit, but brings up Israel. Now he's banned. Like, come on.
No, but one more thing.
But then also
It
the
is
owner
true.
TKO is
Yeah.
Ari Emanuel,
Yeah.
who's Jewish.
But it is true that a great deal of political money is Jewish money. It just is. The Jewish people realized if they didn't have a way to have influence over the American government, over the narrative, which would be media, they were cooked.
That's why they own
It was
all
a
the-
matter of survival. So when people are like, oh, Adelson, who owns all those casinos, Sheldon Adelson and his wife, who's also Israeli, has all this power. Yeah, motherfucker, really smart and good. They figured out ways to get themselves in positions where the candidates that were sympathetic to Israel would win. That's what the whole thing with Thomas Massey. Massey was a guy who was like, I don't know if we should be giving all this aid. Why don't we just treat Israel like everybody else? And they were like, well, if you do that, we're not going to survive. Any threat is met with an absolute onslaught.
So they
And if
won't have it.
Because historically, if it wasn't,
It gets out of hand.
and
it's
now
Holocaust.
here's the first time in my life, and I'm almost 60. The first time in my life, I have seen people openly criticizing Israel and gaining political power as a result. And this is what happened in Gaza. People saw on their phones the horrors of war, and they saw that overwhelming response, which frankly shocked me. And they were saying,
babies.
it goes back to Golda Meir, who is she was a woman from Wisconsin, but she was the prime minister of Israel. Golda Meir said, we'll never forgive the Arabs for making us kill their children. That's what she said. Now the whole world went,
check, please.
Hey, motherfuckers. And what do you hear now with the bombing of Gaza? They were using the babies as human shields. And with Bill Burr, who said, well, can we figure out a way to shoot around the babies?
Yeah.
But Iran, Hamas, Qatar, they were very, very smart. They knew. Yahya Sinwar said, the next war we make Israel fight we will make them scorch the earth, and they will lose by winning. We are going to make them pull our children out of rubble.
Wow.
They knew exactly what they were doing, and so did Iran. And they said they will win the battle, but they will lose the war. And it was the first time we have ever seen Israel not be able to control the narrative, because you can't control.
Social media.
Now I think Larry Ellison he's Jewish. He bought a TikTok.
Yeah.
But again,
and I posted that Israel thing on that's not doing well.
Netanyahu was open about that. But it's the first time in my life I've seen the right, the Tucker Carlson wing and stuff like that, openly talking about how Zionism is not in the interest of the United States. This is new. This is a major problem for Israel.
Is it kind of a good thing? Like killing of innocent babies and children? I don't give a fuck what you believe in. That's insane.
Like, we shouldn't be asking this question. Is that a good thing? And no, it's not a good thing.
It's definitely not a good thing.
But
war is hell. War is hell.
It's crazy.
I would say this to you, Bubba. I would say this to you. See, I lived in the Arab world for 8 years of my life. I grew up around Palestinians, Lebanese, Saudis. I love the Arabs. I can promise you they love their children as much as all of us do. So it's a very difficult thing for me. But I also know if I'm as a man, if you came over my border and raped and killed my people and took my children hostage, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say to you, let the hostages go. And if you say no, it's going to be a problem, right? And men, it doesn't take much for us, does it?
No, it doesn't.
You threaten my children, you kidnap my children, you rape my wife, and I don't actually want peace.
Yeah.
I don't want peace. And that's been the curse of the world. But there was probably a better way to prosecute this war.
Right.
And I think Israel made a huge mistake in not realizing that they couldn't control the narrative. And
when people are like, oh, Ari Emanuel owns TKO, that's the reason. I'm like, yeah, he's Jewish. He's probably like, what the fuck are you doing? I run this ship. What are you doing?
I'm leaning more towards Rappaport's take on it. Is that, look, I think it was accumulation of a lot of things, and we just got to keep him away from the spotlight of being around the White House card, period.
I would say this, and I like Sean Strickland as a fighter. I think he's a colorful character, but I'm going to just say it out loud. He's not the classiest guy in the world, and I think that's fair.
But neither is the president of the United States.
But the White House,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, it's a very good point. I like Sean Strickland.
Why.
I really do like Sean Strickland in every way. I love him as a fighter. I love him as a personality.
I think there's a lane. I think there's a lane for him.
Right. I think there are people at the White House, Bubba, that are very conservative who want to keep that a real sort of white tie event.
Button up.
And Sean is kind of like the barbarian at the gate for them.
I hate to tell you, they're all barbaric.
Yeah, but
then you have Hogan there
you
too.
Can control them. Well, Hogan's a
saying,
big loose cannon. Yeah. If Hogan starts doing this,
no, Hogan won't do that.
Have you not seen all of his interviews lately?
No,
he's talking normal.
Yes.
He's doing real interviews right now. Because he knows leading up to this,
his managers. But I think his managers.
Sean would be that too. But you can't. I understand why they're not having there. It's politically not a good idea.
No, Hogan
because no politician wants to be seen shaking.
Look, I don't know Sean Strickland's past in terms of like his family and stuff like that. Hogan came from a good family. Hogan was raised properly. These are things that I think the UFC called and said, hey, if you're going to be on this card, all your press, all your media leading up to it, you need to watch your P's and Q's. And every interview I've seen him on so far, he's speaking normal. He's not acting like an idiot.
Which is the move.
He's got the American flag behind him.
Yeah, which is the move.
He's doing his thing. Because Sean is not that controllable.
Hogan's a smart guy.
Sean would never be on the White House card.
Sean's very smart.
Sean could never be on the White House card because he will not bite his tongue. He will not do what he is told.
That's why you love Sean, though. I think you need that. I think you need that.
There is, Sean said a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, a ton
And
of
I'm
stuff.
hard to offend.
Well, I think if you're Sean, though, it's already too late for you to come back from that. So I can see why him riding it out.
But I also think Sean's speaking his truth. Like so you don't know Sean's background. You're talking about molested as a young kid, grew up horrible childhood, was neo-Nazi, or I'm sorry, was a neo-Nazi for a little bit. So he grew up in this horrible environment. What?
Can't have that at the White House.
But I'm saying,
but he's better now.
I get it. All of us, if we were responsible for making sure that event ran smoothly, all of us would be like, ooh, love him, but that's a lot.
No, I'm not.
And you'd have a lot of people.
But the Sean at 170 and the Sean coming into 185, not the Sean that's the champion now, not the Sean that sold the fights to get here. That Sean would probably bend the knee a little bit to getting onto the White House card.
Yeah.
This Sean now that's been the former champion, has been through it all, has already done all the PR. He's already sold us this is who he is.
Yeah.
He can't retreat back now.
He can't retreat, but also he shouldn't. Like, there's such a massive fan base who also don't fuck with a lot of the stuff, and they agree with what he's saying. Right or wrong, there's a huge fan base who's like, fucking get him.
Here's the thing about Sean, too, and I think there's a large part of Sean, or all of Sean, that believes what he says. I don't think he's just saying stuff. I think a lot of it is, there's a lot about Sean that he kind of believes what he says. I think he says what he means and means what he says a lot of times. How about that?
After the fight with Hamza,
Is that fair?
I was like, oh yeah,
but I also think a lot of his takes, now I wouldn't say it the way he says it, but a lot of his takes on trans and gays and stuff, he's not far off. He's speaking for a lot of people. I think some of it's okay. You know, like enough's fucking enough. I think some of it's okay. Now, when it comes to the Israel stuff, I don't know that shit. I don't know what's going on there, you know?
I just think whether you agree with Sean and his take on trans and gays and whatever it is, right? Like, I guess for me, I never was a trash talker. I never talked trash to my opponents. It just was one of those things. Like, why? Why even bring it up?
Different time now, though, Bubba.
Yeah, it's true. But why? But why even like?
You and I
it has
didn't-
nothing to do with your fucking
You and I
fighting.
didn't.
It's
have
good
to.
for business.
It has nothing to do with your fighting.
I know, but you and I didn't have to.
Yeah, I can't get into it.
Gives for
Listen, I don't like it either. It's just part of the game. Now.
good for business.
Wow.
It goes back
Very
to what we were
strange
saying
to me.
about. It goes
It
back
is.
to
Well,
goes
think
back to a
about
culture
Hogan.
that wants it's all
Yes,
about looks.
me.
You know how many
views.
fighters I see that right now, like they were just off the deep end on this whole Israel thing? Like, I'm sorry, I don't keep up with it enough to even give two shits. Like, it doesn't affect. Maybe it does.
It does affect you.
I'm just not involved in that.
But you know the way I look at it? I look at the UFC now as the WWE. It's all, how many of them actually believe it? I don't know. Like Hokic shtick,
weird, right?
It's like, when I first saw him, like, this is so fucking cringy. Then he kept doing it. He was doing the public eye and then doing that press
but then you
conference.
saw him fight. And then
That's what I'm saying. Then you see him fight, but then I'm like, oh, it's actually, I don't like it. I couldn't do it. I don't have the balls to do what he's doing, talking all that shit. But it's like, it's getting him so much traction. He went from unranked to number 5 in the world for a reason. They put him on the White House card for a reason. So it's like, you can see why guys look at that and go, that's kind of the lane these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, again, how many of them actually believe it? I don't know.
Why is this?
Do you believe
society,
the
though?
Undertaker sleeps in a coffin, you morons? You know,
No,
like
but
it's
why as a
WWE.
society do we give cred to this? Why do we keep condoning it? Why do we keep giving it likes
Well,
and
I don't
clicks?
think we do, Josh. I think what we do is talk about it. And if you get people talking about it,
I disagree,
You know?
but
I think
this
the
is
likes
why.
and
But
talks,
to his
people are
point,
liking it and posting it.
Yeah,
you're
but-
always going to have people like
yeah, but to his point, like if you go, not my team, but I've seen it. Like if you go, and you'll see clips online, like baseball, right? There's spoken rule baseball. Dude, super humble. You're not flashy. You hit a home run. You don't flip the bat. Do all that stuff. You'll see kids with all the fancy gear on, talking shit, flipping the bat. It's like, buddy, this is not the way. But it's leaking
mimic,
over.
don't we? We
It's
mimic.
leaking over into everything,
and it's not good.
Everything.
By the way, part of it's
not
also,
good.
we're all of an age. We're all getting to an age because we have kids. We're talking like old people. In other words, we're all going, because what happens is we all go, like you see that flashy shit and you go like this. You go, I've seen how that movie ends, but they haven't.
Yeah, but you know what I say? I go, that's on the coaches.
Sure.
Like I coach 2 teams.
Sure.
My kids would never.
Never.
Oh, buddy, you're running from.
But Bubba, you know what? You know what they're going to call you? A conservative. But you know
Cool.
what you are? You're right.
Cool.
Because you go,
Cool.
hey, you're putting all your attention over there.
Yeah,
That's not how you win.
Yeah, cool. I'm conservative and whatever, old, whatever you call me, cool.
Yeah.
Well, what happens? I'm trying to help you out because when that college recruiter comes, he doesn't want it either. So I'm trying to do you a fucking
Bubba,
solid.
you know what you sound like? You sound wise. You're starting to get some wisdom.
Yeah.
That's what happens
Yeah, I
as you get
know.
older.
Yeah.
We just go like this. We go, Young boy.
So I just did a session. So the parents for my son's lacrosse team, they're like, hey, like, we need to work on some cardio. They were just chatting about it. I was like, you know what? I said, I'll run the kids through some programs. They're like, you don't mind? I'm like, nah. Ran through the programs. Kids showed up. All the kids showed up early. I said, be there 10 minutes early. Get there ready. Got ready to go. I pulled them all. I said, and my son's there with them. I go, hey, just want to make sure we're all on the same page, okay? I'm not your friend. I don't want to be your friend. We can be friends later on. Okay? I'm your coach right now. Don't talk back to me. Don't give me any flack. If you want to go ahead and give me some attitude, you can go stand over there and I can tell your parents exactly how you were and how you weren't part of this. Because right now, I'm not having this conversation. Okay, teaching our kids at a young age, coaches can influence them. They can be also a negative. Coaches can be very negative as well.
Yes.
But in this situation, I'm here to show you these things. Yep. I'm here to push you. I'm here to get the best out of you. When you have a group of kids, like my son's team, they're top 5 in the country. You want to tell them, like, hey, you're not number 1. So what are we doing? Okay, until we're number 1, we got to put in all this extra work. And even when we get to be number 1, it even gets harder.
Yep.
And you have to explain that to these kids that are 11 and 12 years old. The flipping of the bat, the wearing all the gear. I'm not doing that shit. My son now, right? Sure, he's got 3 sticks. He's got 3 heads for he's got everything he needs. You don't need these kids that are buying these sliding gloves for $80, $90.
What's a sliding glove?
Exactly. Get the fuck out of here.
You don't need them. The pros wear them so they don't mess up their fingers when they slide.
Because they're making millions of dollars, right?
They're also sliding at fucking, they're flying in 4.40s. Like, buddy, you're on a 10-second flat. You don't need this.
And like, by the way, your bones still bend.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're good. You don't need a sliding glove.
I've never seen a young kid mess up his hands. You're fine.
And so these kids are buying $80. Parents are buying them $80 gloves. There's like an ice cream one or something like that. That's like $120, $150. It's ridiculous. Why does your kid have a $700 bat? Why?
Yeah, that's $700.
$700.
They're expensive.
Why?
Some of these bats are ridiculous, man. We don't do baseball. And I just see these kids with the one-leg sleeves.
But the travel ball, whether it's lacrosse, baseball, football, basketball, cheerleading, gymnastics, it's become such a business. And now it's a horrible, evil business because now all the, you got the big wigs, they see how much money and they can take advantage of the parents. Like, your kid doesn't play year round. He's going to fall behind. He's never going to make it pro. So now the parents are like, oh my God, well, here's $3,000 for the season. $3,000? Oh, and that's just for fall. And then for spring, and then during the summer, we have these camps. If the kid doesn't do it, he's going to fall behind. Can't make any promises. You know what I do? Cool. We'll see you in the spring.
Yeah.
We play football in the fall, baseball in the spring. We'll see you in the spring. Oh, he's going to fall behind. I'll take my chances.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they've got to want to enjoy it. Like right now, my son's doing track. We're just headed into the actual spring, summer lacrosse season. So a lot of traveling coming up. But like my daughter's doing track. She's 7. She's doing soccer. She's enjoying that too. She does gymnastics. Like she's the sample size. Like she's everything.
You want them
at that age.
You want them doing everything because you want to build the best athlete. So when they get to high school and if they want to do 2 sports, great. They're athletic enough to do it. But eventually when they get to high school, you create the best athlete possible. And that doesn't happen by just majoring in fucking baseball from the age of 6 to 16. It just, it doesn't happen.
That's right.
What you're doing to your kids when you put them in one sport. And my son chose to do one sport, but we still do soccer. We still do track.
Again, if that's his thing,
that's what he wants to do.
I don't argue with dad. Like, I know some dads on the team, they play year round. I go, buddy, that's a lot. They go, that's what he wants to do. I go, hands off. Then do it. If that's what they want to do it.
But think about this. I want you guys to think about this. No different than fighters, because I speak from experience. When I got done fighting, right, a little lost. Had Dustin Poirier on my show just last week. He's like, I'm trying to find things, like I'm figuring out my life right now. And I've been there, so I understand that.
Too,
and so he's recently retired. So he's like lifting weights. He's fucking jacked. Right now.
He's got all the peptides. Yeah, he looks
jacked.
great.
But my point is, though, is that when you put a kid who was from 7, 8 years old into one sport and it doesn't work out, they're lost. They're no different than a pro athlete who had done it for 20 years and then gets to high school and is like, okay, now what do I do? I didn't make it to D1. Now what? Fuck, baseball was like how I identified as. Like, plus, whatever schools I can get into. It's not the same.
No.
You cannot do that to your child.
You can't.
Get them in as many things as you possibly can. When we travel to these events, the group that we're with, our team, some of them are on private jets. Some of them are flying, first class. I'm renting a fucking Sprinter van and we're fucking driving
That's
from
the way you
state
should
to
do it.
state, taking my
That's the way
dog
you
with
do it.
us.
Yep.
We stopped in Moab. We stopped at the Horseshoe Bend. We stopped
Yep.
in the Arches. We stopped in Jackson Hole. We're stopping in Denver.
That's great.
Like when we go to Denver this weekend, we're going to go. There's this like the Cocoa Head in Hawaii.
Yep.
There's a staircase. It's like 1,000 steps. Go hike that, afterwards.
So cool.
Just spend time with your family, like
Yeah.
getting them to see everything.
that.
Chan and I were talking about this earlier about just getting out, man.
I love
Like
that.
spending the time, not just rushing from one location to the
Have
next.
Chink fucking get out, dude. He just
Hey,
stays
Chin,
in his
let's
fucking
get out.
apartment.
I gotta work this job, man.
Hey, I
gotta work this
gotta
job,
wrap
dude.
this up, boys. I have a
Yeah,
dentist
me too.
appointment
Do you?
at 3. Lost my feeling. Dude, it was great having you on here.
Oh man,
Yeah, Josh is the best.
So much fun.
I'm down the road.
Dude,
love
I
it.
fucking, yeah, you're right.
I'm down the
3
road,
hours,
man.
but yeah, you're down the road.
I'm down the road. Fight camp. Let's do a fight companion one of
Let's
these
do a
times.
fight.
We should figure it out.
Let's do a fight companion.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Let's get it going.
Yeah,
Really
for a
should.
big one. You
something
got
I would love to.
International Fight Week coming up.
Yep.
You got some big ones.
Yeah.
Shake it up.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, Josh Thomson, ladies and gentlemen, we love you, man. You're the best. This is Fighting Kid. We're out.